turn this back on. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. We're going to begin our women's absolute no-gi. We have 3 women here, and we're going to do a round robin between those. First up, we have Silvana McDaniel of TAC Team BJJ against Aislinn O'Connell of Kindred Jiu-Jitsu. We'll get started with that match here in just about 30 seconds, so hang tight.
Not the biggest fan of him, but that was very admirable. I like to see it. What's your name?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, on mat number 5, we have our women's advanced no-gi absolute. First up, representing Taylor Biaggi Jiu-Jitsu, Silvana McDaniel.
Out the back door, Preston! You went through it? Yeah. Cool. I'm going to grab the other 2 that are probably jogging now.
And next up on the other side of the mat, we have representing Kindred Jiu-Jitsu all the way from the state of Washington, Aislinn O'Connell.
All right, as you heard here, Silvana McDaniel and Aislinn O'Connell set to kick off this women's no-gi absolute bracket. Again, this will be a round-robin bracket between these 3 women. We're going to see some high-level grappling.
Oh, wow. Okay, I guess I'm refereeing this match.
All right, we're going to kick this match off here. 6 minutes on the clock. Special guest referee Jordan Peitzman. And we're off. Switching here from gi to no-gi. A lot less grips. Well, maybe about the same amount of grips, you just got to know what to do with them. And we're seeing Silvana and Aisling tie up here. Looking for a little trip there. And going back. We have a single leg. Ooh, that is a big impact. And she's looking to pass the guard right here, but her arm is getting extended. This could be trouble for her. She's got to get that arm back in. She's going to roll through. The elbow is bent here, so she's in danger of a shoulder lock. Going to switch, stuck in a triangle, at risk of the Kimura. She's rolling through, and that's going to be the tap. What an active match. 50 seconds in, we get a big takedown, going right into a submission chain, armbar to triangle to roll through Kimura. And your winner there is going to be Aislinn O'Connell. Fighting again out of Kindred Jiu-Jitsu, out in the great Pacific Northwest. We're going to give a little bit of time here as we're switching gears and allowing the next match to prepare. We are doing a round robin with 3 women, so one of those competitors who just had their match is going to be in the next match as well. All right, it looks like your next scheduled match is Silvana McDaniel and Christina Hansen. We're going to give just a little bit of time for Silvana to get prepared after that last match.
I can't wait till we get to like bigger brackets. The smaller brackets. Oh, we're live. That's okay. We're excited for that men's advanced no-gi absolute, but before we get to that, we have another matchup in our women's advanced no-gi absolute. We have Silvana McDaniel coming up against Christina Hansen. Essentially a semifinal here. If Christina's able to take the win, she will face Aislinn in that final matchup of the round robin. If Silvana wins, kind of makes things a little bit interesting here in that round robin format with only 3 competitors. So we'll see how things shake out. We're going to get started with that match here in just a couple of minutes. Silvana McDaniel against Christina Hansen. Referee Mahmoud Jabbar giving us a little bit of a show here with the guns. Great performance from him in our men's advanced gi absolute there in the finals against Austin Baker, taking the second place finish today in that bracket. He will be the man manning the rest of the matches here on mat 5. Again, we'll get started with that match between Silvana McDaniel and Christina Hansen here in just a couple of minutes.
All right, returning to the stage in our women's advanced no-gi absolute in our 3-woman round robin. First up, representing Taylor Biaggi Jiu-Jitsu, Silvana McDaniel.
Here we have Silvana McDaniel making her way back to the mat, coming to avenge that loss in the previous match.
And next up, representing Axios Jiu-Jitsu out of Omaha, Nebraska, Christina Hansen.
And making her way to the mat, Christina Hansen, training out of Nebraska. Once again, we're going to have a good fight here. The winner of this going on to the finals in our round robin. And here we go. The match has started.
Christina Hansen of Axios Jiu-Jitsu in the purple shorts and the blue rash guards. Silvana McDaniel of Taylor Biaggi Jiu-Jitsu. We saw Silvana in the first match of our women's round robin. Took a submission loss to Aislinn O'Connell, but here in the second match, going against Christina Hansen, a purple belt out of Axios Jiu-Jitsu. Has a lot of matches actually against some of the top competitors in the female weight class. I believe she has a match against Elizabeth Clay, maybe even a match against Kendall Rusing. So she's got a lot of high-level experience as a jiu-jitsu practitioner. She's able to complete the takedown position there as Savannah's hunting for the arm, but Christina's doing a good job of controlling the feet. Savannah controlling posture there with that right hand, trying to climb up with that right leg over, but she's going to have a hard time getting a triangle there with Christina's right hand posted on the inside of the thigh.
And she's doing a good job of keeping that arm tight and then trapping Silvana's leg between her legs as she's going to move to kind of look for this pass coming around the side here. She stacks her up. And really putting pressure down with that shin-on-shin guard. Savannah's trying to get her off balance, but she's applying that pressure right to the neck with that crossface, really pinning that leg down with that shin-to-shin. And she's really making her way through that guard, making it really uncomfortable for Silvana to be in this position.
She's got like a banana split position here with that shin inside, and then also the shoulders and that top leg, spreading the legs there. But Savannah's able to get her guard back, get her legs back together, and alleviate some of that pressure in that position.
We do allow hip locks, I believe.
Absolutely. In advanced no-gi, there is nothing that is not on the table, aside from guard and submission slams.
We're seeing good head control here by Silvana. She's trying to walk up, looking for a triangle. Can't get that arm inside the legs, though. And Christina's going to put a lot of pressure on her right leg, really work to stack her. Just got to get past that post on her hips.
Kind of a dangerous position there, posting that hand on the hip. The top competitor drops that hip in. It can really wrist lock and cause a lot of pain in that position. So maybe not the smartest move here, but Christina, there she is, able to drop the hip in and apply some of that pressure, break that grip, and now she looks to pass there onto the left side.
Don't get me wrong, I would absolutely be one to wrist lock people in a position like this.
Drop that hip in, baby.
So we're seeing Christina establish some really good control. We're about to enter the section where points can be scored.
Points are live now in the second half of our 6-minute match here between Savannah McDaniel and Christina Hansen.
We're seeing Christina start to wedge her knee back in here, going back to kind of a leg drag position in order to free her arm. Savannah looking for the overhook on the right-hand side, but she's going to need to off-balance Christina here if she wants to get a meaningful guard back. And here we go. Christina has the body lock. Getting her leg still trapped in that half guard. And looks like Silvana's trying to lock up a Kimura on the side here. About 2 minutes left in this matchup.
See Silvana taking some deep breaths here as she starts to work that Kimura grip on the left arm of Christina Hansen. Christina Hansen looks like she's going to be able to turn it into a potential back take here. She's got that left hand wrapped around the waist. You might see her punch that right hand in for the choke, but Savannah's able to create a little bit of space there. She's got 2-on-1 on the right hand of Christina Hansen. Be interesting to see if she's able to turn all the way in here and maybe establish a clean guard again. As Christina steps over, both hooks looking to go in, belly down. Not a fun position to be in, but she is able to get to her hip and alleviate some of that pressure, and now she's up on her side. As Christina is going for this head and arm choke, walking that head up underneath the right shoulder.
Still haven't established any points, but we're looking to get the finish here. Christina saying, I don't care about the score. I want to put an end to this match right now.
She turns away. She could be looking to go to the back here, but she's flattening out. I believe she thinks that she's got the grip necessary to finish the choke here. We'll see if she's able to.
Ooh,
and she's able to create a little bit of space and keep herself free there.
Pops out. That's going to give Christina the points for the guard pass.
3-0 with just about 55 seconds left to go here in our women's advanced no-gi absolute. Savannah McDaniel on bottom here at the 3-0 deficit to Christina Hansen of Axios BJJ on top in the purple shorts.
She's doing a good job here, trying to use that right leg to really control Silvana's hips.
Looking to go Kimura there on the left arm of Savannah, I believe.
I think you know a little bit about that.
I love me a Kimura or two.
We got about 20 seconds left. Silvana's going to really have to push the position here if she wants to make something happen.
Knee on belly position with that right knee for Christina Hansen if she's able to. I don't think Silvana was able to establish a full guard there, so we are actually going to see. I guess I missed the 2 points that were scored there. Did you?
I think we were looking at maybe a knee on belly position there.
That makes sense. It's 2 points for the knee on belly. The one scoring position I always forget even exists. And we do see Christina Hansen take the 5-0 victory. We will see her face Aislinn O'Connell, which effectively is the final of our women's advance to No-Gi Absolute. We'll take a couple minutes break here, and we will come back with that final matchup between Aislinn O'Connell of Kindred Jiu-Jitsu and Christina Hansen of Axios BJJ.
Keep it away from the tech.
I got some extra space in my cooler up here if you want me to keep some of this cold for you. It's like right
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back, about to go into our finals for the women's no-gi absolute between Christina Hansen and Aislinn O'Connell. Both of these women already defeating Silvana McDaniel to earn their spot in this final.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming up on match number 5, the finals of our women's advanced no-gi absolute. First up, representing Axios BJJ, Christina Hansen.
All right, Christina Hansen making her way to the mat. Fighting out of Axios BJJ.
Jiu-Jitsu, Aislinn O'Connell.
And finally here we have Aislinn O'Connell. We saw in the first match, really good control from Christina Hansen, playing a lot of top game and really coming into attack. And we really saw the opposite from Aislinn O'Connell in her match with Silvana. She got taken down and started immediately going for submission. So could see a nice clash of styles here as we kind of get a quick restart. We are having a 10-minute finals match. The first 5 minutes will be scoreless, and then the last 5 will start the scoring. And here we go. Looking to establish grips here. Christina getting a dominant collar tie. We've seen a lot of aggression from Christina here. And Aislinn brings it right back. Both looking to work those arm drags. As we go through kind of the feeling out period here. And Christina's in on a single. Aislinn goes for that scissor takedown, popping up, looking to lock up a triangle. She's working the arm right now. Got that triangle bit on the wrong side. Could still get the choke here, but looking to really attack the arm. Switching here, swapping off between biting down harder on that triangle and then going back and putting more torque on that arm, looking to cause that shoulder lock. We are seeing her, she's able to get her down, and that's gonna be the tap. Your winner of the women's no-gi absolute, Aislinn O'Connell.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the winner of our women's advanced no-gi absolute, Aislinn O'Connell of Teacher Jiu-Jitsu.
And here we go, back to everyone's favorite portion, the official decision, and the man himself, Jordan, handing out the cash prize.
Come on out. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, the winner of our women's advanced no-gi absolute, Aislinn O'Connell, and the winner of $1,000 cash. Shout out to Top On Apparel for coming in at the last moment, throwing another $500 to make this the full $1,000 cash payout for Aislinn O'Connell. Congratulations, Aislinn.
And there you have it, the new owner of a fat stack, Aislinn O'Connell, taking the prize money home back to Washington. Here we go, we're gonna now prepare for the biggest bracket that we have tonight, the men's no-gi absolute, with 17 competitors to go through. This is going to be a single elimination tournament. As we work through the bracket, we're gonna get that started here in just a couple minutes.
So, for this bracket, are you opposed to just cutting like the walkout stuff? I know that's what we want production-wise, but just to get through these matches, I'm just worried about this dragging on to like 8 o'clock tonight. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And so, like, what I can do is I can announce them, and I mean, I just don't know where they're gonna come from. Hopefully, they come from backstage, but
I mean, honestly, it would be more organized for them.
yeah.
Just saying.
Okay.
Then we were not letting them down.
Could we please have all members of the Advanced No-Gi Men's Absolute to the backstage area? All members of the Advanced No-Gi Absolute to the backstage area, please.
Well, that was at 2:30 anyways. Okay, so these two. Well, does that mean that Greene
Chad Wiley of Guardian Jiu-Jitsu to mat 1. Please, Chad Wiley of Guardian Jiu-Jitsu to mat 1.
No, Mat 5. We're Mat 5. Oh, yeah.
Try to get the walkouts the way we've been getting them. Who's getting that choke?
Advanced No-Gi Absolute on mat number 5. First up, representing Nebraska Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, William House.
First guy's coming out now. All right, here we go with the start of our men's no-gi absolute. William House making his way to the
And
mat.
next up, representing Cedar Valley Jiu-Jitsu, Clarence Jordan.
And finally, Clarence Jordan coming out. This is going to kick off this bracket. The winner of this match to face the gi champion you've already seen once today, Austin Baker. A lot riding on this one.
Left-hand side, William House of Nebraska Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Now on the left-hand side, Clarence Jordan of Cedar Valley Jiu-Jitsu. Quick moves there from the men here in our advanced no-gi absolute, kicking off with our first round matchup. This is the 16th finals. Right? I believe that is the round of 32, which we actually only have 1 or 2 matches in, and then we'll head into the actual 8th finals. Nice takedown there from Clarence Jordan, obtaining the top position. In the closed guard, referee Mahmoud Jabbar resetting the athletes back in the middle on our brand new Fuji mats with this custom sub-spectrum logo. I gotta say, they look pretty nice.
They're looking fresh.
Clarence Jordan, you see looking at the ceiling, good posture maintenance here as he stands up, both hands on the body, double ankle sweep. Not able to get all the way on top there though.
And he's gonna fight up, back to seated guard, getting his over under, and sitting back into a nice half guard here. Working the knee shield, being heavy on the head. We talked about that good posture maintenance, and House really wants to break that down here. We've seen a lot of hand control here on both parties.
Ladies and gentlemen, just a reminder, there is no food or drink in the auditorium. Please leave all food or drink outside of the auditorium. There are a couple tables and places to sit out there.
And Clarence is back up to his feet and sitting right back down into the half guard. House is really using that knee shield effectively, trying to keep him at a distance while they're hand fighting. Looking to cut an angle here, hopefully get some pressure so that he can get the guard pass.
Yeah, until the finals.
All right, William House switching back.
Not super familiar with either one of these men, but this is where you make your name in the Midwest. The advanced no-gi absolute. You come in, you get a couple great matches. You might end up facing somebody who's a high level black belt like Austin Baker or some of the other great competitors we've seen in our absolute. Clarence Jordan with another takedown here into the top half guard position, applying that left shoulder of justice liberally as he tries to free that right leg here inside the half guard. William able to get that right knee shield back in. Looking to control posture there with that right hand collar tie. Looking to go 2-on-1 on the right arm, but abandoning it there. See Clarence very concerned, or not concerned necessarily, but cognizant of his posture in these positions. Always looking up, staying in that postured up position, but now applying a little bit of pressure there with the right shoulder as he looks to free his left leg and step directly over into the mount. And he will obtain those 3 points right as the point scored portion of the match begins.
It's a really smart use of that crossface, using that time outside of when the points were going to be scored to set up that crossface, and then executing that guard pass right when the points are available. That's really good strategy that we're seeing here as he's back in the half guard now. We've seen already for half the match a lot of stalemate going on with that half guard. Now with Clarence up 3, this could really allow him to take control of this match as he puts in the pressure again with that crossface.
William House able to create a little bit of space there, gets his right knee shield in, looking to sit up. Looking to go 2-on-1 on that far side arm, but Clarence is very good of circling the grip out and not letting him get a clean grip there.
Again, William House going back to that head control.
Clarence creating a little bit of space between the hips, looking to pass here again to the right-hand side. He's able to clear the leg. If he can maintain that position for 3 seconds, we will see another 3 points scored. Clarence Jordan goes up 6-0 with 1:45 left to go here in the first round of our men's advanced no-gi absolute. Clarence Jordan out of Cedar Valley Jiu-Jitsu taking on William House, the man on bottom, out of Nebraska Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
And we've seen a lot of this already with Clarence already getting 2 guard passes. We know that William House has the ability to recover his guard here. And so Clarence has got to be really careful, maintaining a lot of pressure, utilizing that crossface. Here, trying to set up, going to north-south, trying to set up that Kimura just to be able to advance the position. And now we have William House looking to come up on a shot, and they're going to reset. 1 minute left. And William House has to make something happen here, although in this matchup already has not been in his favor on the feet. We're seeing a lot of action here. Boom! Another big takedown by Clarence Jordan.
And is he past the guard, or is he's stuck in that half guard?
Yeah,
It looked like he was actually had passed there to the right. I thought we were going to see a 5-point move for Clarence Jordan, but up 8-0 with 30 seconds to go. Unless William House is able to get a submission here in the last moments of this match, we will see Clarence Jordan advance to the 8th finals of our men's advanced no-gi absolute. Ten seconds left, still 8-0. We will see Clarence Jordan advance in this matchup. Just a few moments left. And he hits another takedown, see if they're able to score the points.
We're really seeing the success of that shuck by with that knee block.
And a 10-0 victory here in the first round of our men's advanced no-gi absolute for Clarence Jordan of Cedar Valley Jiu-Jitsu.
And that's how you get it done on the feet. The winner here, Clarence Jordan, up next in the next round to face Austin Baker, and that's going to be a war on the feet.
Wow.
In our next match, we're going to have Phil Lumley of Des Moines Jiu-Jitsu Academy taking on Spencer. And I can never pronounce his last name. Jordan, you got this one?
Ober. I said it wrong the first time, and he corrected me, so now I got it right forever.
And I trained with Spencer, and I still haven't learned his last name.
All right, next up in our men's advanced no-gi absolute on mat 5, representing Des Moines Jiu-Jitsu, Phil Lumley. And following him to the mat, representing Tipping Point Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Spencer Ober.
All right, here we have Phil Lumley, Des Moines Jiu-Jitsu Academy, wearing red. Spencer Ober, rocking the Goku rash guard. And here we go. We saw both of these men in their own weight divisions earlier today, putting in a lot of work. So we're going to see how they're holding up going into the no-gi absolute.
If I'm not mistaken, I believe it was Spencer Ober taking third in the men's advanced 185-pound division, and Phil Lumley taking gold in the men's 205 advanced division.
I believe that's right.
Interesting matchup between two guys who have already competed in their divisions here today, now showing themselves in the advanced no-gi absolute, the pinnacle of the subspectrum event. $1,000 cash to the winner of this bracket. Both men getting close to that score table.
And we're going to see how they reset this one.
And we are going to see us reset standing there. I thought we were going to see some type of recreation of the position, but referee Mahmoud Jabbar, one of the best in the business, resetting the athletes here in the middle.
We're seeing a lot of heavy collar ties from both men here, really putting a lot of pressure, breaking down that posture.
Neither man looking to concede that bottom position and pull guard. We know the YouTube commenters of the Subspectrum page hate butt scooting. They hate guard pulling.
No
they call
place.
it nasty. They call it disgusting.
Oh.
And there is a nasty, disgusting guard pull from Phil Lumley, immediately looking to go for the
Right into butterfly guard,
elevation.
a
Ooh,
hard
beautiful.
telephone arm bar, that arm crunch there. Spencer rolling through, trapping the foot to prevent him from going to a Kimura trap.
Phil's got one of the best Kimura traps in the Des Moines area for sure. He's a
coming
guy
up.
that catches me in Kimuras, and here he's got it on the top position.
Spencer doing a really good job keeping his back to the mat, not letting him get access to that shoulder.
And Phil does abandon the Kimura grip there on the near side. Looks like he might be hunting for it here again, but he is going body lock around here in this front headlock position. Spencer Ober looking to break the grips here. He might actually even have, I'm not sure if he has some kind of arm entanglement himself. He does actually, but not able to make much out of it as he tries to roll through. Phil Lumley transitioning to the back here. He might have that palm-to-palm grip there on the far side.
That's a tight choke.
He's got the full rear naked choke grip locked in, and we are going to see Phil Lumley win by rear naked choke, advancing to the quarterfinals of our men's advanced no-gi absolute.
What a match.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner on mat 5, Phil Lumley of Des Moines Jiu-Jitsu.
Seeing a lot of great action between those two with the finish, which we all like to see. We're going to keep that action going into our next match here.
I think both is good. I'm gonna cut to your angle there, Jake, just so I see what we got going. Looking at that smooth part. You want to get me some color? We got that match going.
All right, for our next matchup, we're going to have Dylan Muniz against Eric Litke.
All right, next up on mat 5, representing Ground Zero.
Dylan Muniz coming out, rocking the purple rash guard.
And following him to the mat, representing Green Bay Jiu-Jitsu, Eric Litke.
And Eric Litke coming out, getting psyched up.
Going to the opposite side. He went to the opposite side like a crazy man.
You can tell he's a crazy man. He ditched the sleeves.
Fuck it. Went out right.
All right, once again, going back to Jordan Peitzman, special guest referee in this matchup between Dylan Muniz and Eric Litke. Again, Muniz with the purple rash guard. Eric without the sleeves, going in right away on a single leg, powers him down for the takedown. Once again, for the first 3 minutes here, we have no points, but it's going to allow him to establish that top control, trying to fall back on a leg lock, but loses control of it. Looking for an outside heel hook, both sides really coming into him hard here, and he gets the finish. Eric Litke coming out like a savage, looking for those legs. He takes them off the feet. He looks for the legs on the feet. He looks for the legs when they're down. There's your winner. Moving on to the next round, Eric Litke out of Green Bay Jiu-Jitsu. All right, for our next fight, we're going back to, I believe, Austin Baker and Clarence Jordan. Let's wait for confirmation on that. Oh, just kidding. Looks like it's going to be between Des Moines' own Jared Appenzeller and Sam Greene from St. Paul Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Try to stay away from anything that's not light. I mean, like when you're chilling, because the camera will start wanting that, you know what I mean? And anything, and especially red and yellow shirts, they are. Like the screen shot. Blues are better than yellows and reds for the situation. The room is like yeah, like if you look at the map with your human eyes, you'll see it's kind of like, it's not white. Yeah, that's the room, that's the room light, that's the room light. Had the same shit, you know, last week. Alright, and Jake looks like Jordan about this now, she was walking back down here. Stay on him, please. Don't stay. We're about to watch some fighters, and I'm going to the alley here. Yeah, I'm going to call these people. Where? I'm going to go back out.
All right, next up on mat 5 in our men's advanced no-gi absolute. First up, the returning gi and no-gi absolute champion, winning our gi absolute earlier today, Austin Baker of Gracie Baja, North Phoenix.
He didn't come through.
Oh, he's coming right now. On his way to the Chris. Stand by.
Jordan giving me the double fake here with the competitors.
To the stage, representing Cedar Valley Jiu-Jitsu, Clarence Jordan.
So here we go. The returning Austin Baker, your gi champion from earlier today, wearing an appropriately colored rash guard. now
Not the
taking
white
on-
belt rash guard this time. Clarence
taking
Jordan.
on
Interested in the
Clarence Jordan.
takedown battle that we're going to see here in the eighth finals of our men's advanced no-gi absolute. Again, Austin Baker returning gi and no-gi absolute champion. Won the gi absolute earlier this morning, now in the first round of our, actually second round of our advanced no-gi absolute against Clarence Jordan, who just picked up the victory, I believe, 10-0 in the first round.
And here we're seeing a lot of takedown attempts already off the bat from Clarence Jordan. Oh, and a nice blast double leg there, perfectly capping both of those legs and moving right into the top position. Austin Baker, though, you can see, very comfortable here. You know, no points are being scored, and he's ready to work his guard game. Setting up that overhook, looking to roll through.
Beautiful transition there to the leg that we're going to see potentially a knee bar or heel hook finish here. Not finished, but a submission attempt. Clarence looking to pummel that right leg in to free a little bit of space, and he is able to get back to the standing position. Hopefully these big men do not go into our TV here today. Mr. Tim Rowley of Franklin Junior High will shoot me. Both men back up on the feet, 0-0 here with just about 5 minutes left to go. We're only a minute into this match. Wow, lots of action in that first 60 seconds that we saw.
And here, the way that Clarence is pushing the pace, you got to think he has the advantage here on the feet, but we've already seen Austin stuff a couple takedowns before that blast double, and we know that when he goes to the ground, Austin is just as dangerous as when he's on top, looking for that leg lock attempt. We're seeing
Absolutely.
Oh,
Austin's
a
man who's
nasty
comfortable
foot trip.
Beautiful. Right into that front headlock position. We see a guillotine grip locked up here. Potentially a little bit of neck crank action in there. Fully legal here in the Advanced No-Gi Absolute at Subspectrum. And here's where we see Austin Baker's best game. When he is in the turtle, he gets that seatbelt. And I would not be surprised to see him finish very quickly here from this back position.
Yeah, he got both hooks in, switching back to that super hook. And he's
Looking to walk that right hand up to the shoulder. He does have a grip on the shoulder. I think we're going to see a rear naked choke finish here from Austin Baker.
That's a lot of pressure just to be sitting through there, looking up at the lights.
Right on the throat, and there we see the tap there on the left leg of Austin Baker, and he will advance to the quarterfinals of our men's advanced no-gi absolute. Austin Baker, once again, finding the victory here at Subspectrum.
Dominant, on the feet, on the ground, wherever you take it, Austin Baker can make you tap out.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, next up in the eighth finals of our men's advanced no-gi absolute. First up, representing Des Moines Jiu-Jitsu, Jared Appenzeller. And next up, representing St. Paul Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu Academy, Sam Greene.
Jared Appenzeller accompanied to the mat by Des Moines black belt Chris David and his teammate Phil Lumley, who we've also seen multiple times today on mat number 5, just a couple matches ago here in our men's advanced no-gi absolute. They are on opposite sides of the bracket. Maybe we'll see him in the finals. Who knows?
Yeah, great to have another in-gym rivalry going down.
Again, Jared Appenzeller, the black belt out of Des Moines Jiu-Jitsu on the left-hand side. Samuel Greene, the purple belt out of St. Paul Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu Academy on the right-hand side and in the purple rash guard, now on the left side. Referee Mahmoud Jabbar officiating the action here. Heavy tape there on the right hand of Sam Greene. You see him shake that out a little bit. We might see an injury that was either obtained earlier in the day or previous to the event, but seems to be bothering him just a little bit. Jared Appenzeller coming up, got a guillotine, high elbow. He's got a beautiful high elbow guillotine. I would not be surprised to see him get the finish here, and he does. He finds the finish by high elbow guillotine. Jared Appenzeller of Des Moines Jiu-Jitsu advancing to the quarterfinals of our men's advanced no-gi absolute.
And that's how you do it. Come in. You hate your butt sitting, but if you feel comfortable there, when there's no points on the line, you might as well sit down, go for a guillotine.
Jared's got a really, really dangerous game. He kind of lulls you. He makes you think that he's not going to do much, and as soon as you make a mistake, he snaps on it like a fly trap. So not surprised to see Jared Appenzeller get a quick submission there with just 37 seconds into the match of our men's advanced no-gi absolute. That could be a contender for fastest submission of the day, which is presented by Jake and Jose's Moving. Appreciate them for dropping another 250 bones to our competitors here today, helping us pay the athletes. We will see who comes out on top as far as the fastest submission of the day.
Next up on mat number 5, representing Hard Drive MMA, Anthony Paycheck.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, there he goes. He's on his way.
There we go. Anthony Paycheck making his way to the mat. Fashionably late, wearing all black, keeping us all waiting.
And next up, following him to the stage, representing Morton Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Blaine Richards.
Here we go for our next match in the round of 8. Blaine Richards in the white shorts, Anthony Paycheck in the black bodysuit. A lot of wrestling going on here. We're getting a lot of grips, a lot of head action here. Slamming down on the head, really trying to wear down their opponents. And we're seeing a lot of that in these opening rounds here. When we start getting into the later rounds, it's where we're going to see a lot of that wear and tear over all these matches start to take place. We've had competitors who've done other divisions first, and we've had matches that have gone the distance and matches that have gone 30 seconds. Paycheck here, getting low, looking for a leg lock entry, as we see here. And then coming in on a single leg, crashing down here, coming off on the side. We end up here with Anthony Paycheck looking to get under the hip so that he can lock in a leg submission. And
now transitioning to the upper body there, Kimura grip. Beautiful transition from Anthony Paycheck there, a man with a lot of experience in our advanced no-gi absolute. Finishing second back in November, only to Jacob Couch, a pedigo submission fighter. We might see a finish here from that Kimura position. He's able to lock up that reverse triangle there on the far side. He's got control of the near side arm. He underhooks the leg, abandons that Kimura grip.
He's going to use it to go off the mat.
You might be able to get the choke there. That looks like a tight triangle there.
He's going to establish his base here. He looks like he really wants to commit to this Kimura as they're off the mat.
We're going to see a reset of that position back here in the middle. Anthony Paycheck, the man there with the submission locked in, the Kimura. Referee Mahmoud Jabbar, one of the best in the business, resetting the athletes there in the middle on the subspectrum logo. Anthony Paycheck with the Kimura on the far side, looking to use that butterfly hook to drop back. Now potentially on a back take, back triangle opportunity here. What is he wearing on his feet, by the way?
I don't know those little
shoes.
booties that he's got going on.
They're like little grippy socks. I think I've been hearing people talk about how Paycheck's been wearing those and talking about them like he loves them.
I think he picked them up at one of those trampoline parks. Moving
A
back
scissor choke, one of my favorite submissions.
And it looks like Blaine is not enjoying it, really trying to unhook those feet there.
Head turned. It's not much of a choke yet. It's more of just turning the head there. Really uncomfortable on the jaw. He's not underneath the chin there enough to get that blood choke where you're just watermelon squeezing the neck off of the man.
He's really looking, Paycheck is really looking to hook that right leg to set up that triangle from the back. And now instead trying to attach himself, upper body, sticking that chest to his back, looking for a choke. Blaine here using good hand control.
Belly down
Just getting
position.
flattened out.
Not a fun place to be, and we do see a rear naked choke finish by Anthony Paycheck just about 3 minutes into the match there, and he will advance to the quarterfinals of our men's advanced no-gi absolute.
He said, I don't want to let it go to points. You got 2 seconds left. Let's finish this.
And surprised, honestly, not to see a little bit of a limp out of Anthony Paycheck here. Earlier, he ate a nasty toe hold before eventually tapping to Phil Lumley, somebody who we've also seen in this bracket. It'll be interesting to see if we see another matchup between these two men here later today.
You can get that crosstown rivalry going between Des Moines and Cedar Rapids.
We'd love to see it, right? Next up, we've got Victor Borja of Breaking Point Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, another multi-time veteran of our Advanced No-Gi Absolute, and a new competitor in our Advanced No-Gi Absolute, Jesse Hannam of Guardian Jiu-Jitsu and Judo.
Next up, making his way to the stage, representing Breaking Point Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Victor Borja.
Here we go, guys. Stand by, Chris. Stand by. He's on his way. Ready, Chris. Take.
And following him to the stage, representing Guardian Jiu-Jitsu and Judo, Jesse Hannam.
My voice is gonna be gone. If I have any voice left at the end of this day, I will be surprised.
Someone's got to keep everyone in check.
Jiu-Jitsu and Judo.
Jesse looking a little more colorful than Vic, wearing the
all
red
black
and
Breaking
blue.
Point Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu kit.
Yep. Standard issue at Breaking Point Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And Vic here, I've trained with him for a while. He is a gamer. You'll think you just when you have him, he starts fighting back from bottom, fighting back from bad positions, and next thing you know, he's on top and he's winning. And we'll see how that's going to play into a factor in this match.
Rolled with Victor many times, actually once in competition at our No-Gi Advanced Absolute back in November, but also many times in the gym, and I call him effortlessly vicious. It just, you think you're safe, and then all of a sudden you're in a vicious submission attempt from him, and you're tapping. So will be interesting to see how he does against Jesse Hannam here, a new competitor in our Advanced No-Gi Absolute.
We're recentering here. Vic falling into half guard here. Looking to bring that leg over the top and kind of playing with that Kimura grip on the opposite side.
Yeah, you see him hitting at that right-hand grip on the wrist, just making Jesse think about it as he comes up with a left underhook there, looking to chase the back, but Hannam comes in with that strong whizzer. We're going to see Vic drop back, maybe come up in the top position, but no, it's Jesse with the better base coming up in that closed guard.
Vic settling in here as Jesse's going to elevate his hips, really put the pressure down on Victor.
I think we're going to see a reset of the position here in the middle from referee Malik Otala stepping in for Mahmoud Jabbar. Mahmoud must have had to, who knows what, man. Things are going crazy here today.
Vic starting with that underhook on the right side, looking to get that arm crunch as he switches to some head control, really breaking down the posture.
Seen Jesse go for it a couple times, like can opener, or even almost like a baseball bat grip behind the head, or a no-gi baseball bat grip behind the head, but now backing out of the guard and looking to create a little bit of space between the hips of him and Victor Borja. Going back, jumping up and down, shaking out the hands, and now looking to re-engage. But here's Victor Borja, effortlessly vicious, I'm telling you, man.
Vic going for that dummy sweep, switching off right to that omoplata. And he's really trying to attach himself to the hips here, hunkering down on that near side leg so he can come up and look to get the finish. Gonna let him roll through, being careful so that he can stack him here and not get stuck in a triangle.
Just about 45 seconds left to go until the point-scoring portion of the match. Victor Borja on top here in the open guard of Jesse Hannam. He's got that left shin threaded through, putting a lot of pressure on the hips there and using that right shoulder to drive that leg knee to nose in that position. You can't do that. I'm just kidding.
So it looks like Jesse here going back and forth between those arms, trying to get Vic to really make a move here. Vic really being relentless with this pressure, taking that knee all the way to his face. He's got that right hand underhook, and that is going to be instrumental to keeping that pressure on and eventually getting this guard pass. We're under the 3-minute mark now. Points are live. Vic is going to settle here. Jesse looking for that Kimura. And Vic coming up. And they're going to reset here. We got 2.5 minutes left. And we've seen a lot of action. Points are now live. And Vic is going to start with top position.
Oh shit, yeah. Give some slack, use some tape or something. Jake, I'm gonna pick you up. You're on. Jake, on you.
All right, we're settling in here.
Coach Nate Fenton instructing his fighter on what to do here in this position. Nate Fenton, one of the best black belts here in Iowa, somebody who I've competed against multiple times, and an incredible instructor. If you ever get a chance to visit the Davenport area, check out Breaking Point Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in one of the classes that Nate Fenton, Josh Hamilton, Victor Borja, all those guys out there in Davenport. Definitely check it out.
If Vic is competing, I'm sure you'll be able to hear Nate coaching not far behind. Jesse looking to roll Vic over to that other side. And Vic reestablishing, getting that kind of loose crossface with the forearm, starting to get it up with the shoulder now. This is what he needs here, being heavy.
Nice bridge and roll from Jesse Hannam to end up in the top position there off of that position. Very, very explosive and good use of timing there.
Vic underneath here. He's got the hooks in that he needs, but no real upper body connections. Jesse here trying to stabilize, and Vic's looking to come out behind. Vic establishing top control, going right to mount. Vic settling into mount, using a tight crossface here, up on points.
5-0 with just a little bit over a minute left to go here in the 8th finals of our men's advanced no-gi absolute. Victor Borja of Breaking Point Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu on top of Jesse Hannam of Guardian Jiu-Jitsu and Judo in this position. Vic looking to isolate that left arm of Jesse Hannam. Jesse doing a good job of bridging and using great timing in those positions. I think we are going to see a 2-point reversal, but no, Vic does come back up and obtain at least a neutral position here to prevent that 2-point scoring from Jesse Hannam. He's got a strong whizzer. Vic rolling through with tons of top to bottom switches here, and we are going to see 2 points for Jesse Hannam as Victor Borja will maintain a 5-2 lead going into the final 30 seconds of the match.
Vic working again from close guard. Jesse really trying to work. He's looking for almost like a Nogi Ezekiel here. He's got really short time, just about 10 seconds left to cause something to happen. And being down on points, he's looking for a submission.
10 seconds left to go here. Unless we see a submission finish from Jesse Hannam, I believe we are going to see Victor Borja advance to the quarterfinals of our men's advanced No-Gi Absolute.
All right, and that will do it.
We do a 5-2 victory for Victor Borja.
We have one more match in this round of 16 before we move on into, the round of 8 before moving on into our quarterfinals. This final match being Colby Heller and Cheney Floyd.
All right, next up on mat number 5, representing Iowa Martial Arts and Wellness, Colby Heller. And following him to the stage, representing Hard Rock MMA, Cheney Floyd.
Talked about the crosstown rivalry before. Here we have it. Des Moines and Cedar Rapids, as we have Colby Heller of Iowa Martial Arts and Wellness take on Cheney Floyd of Hard Drive. Cheney Floyd here wearing the blue and white. Colby Heller in the U.S.-Brazil connection attire.
Colby Heller doing all of the divisions today. I believe he's in his regular gi division, his regular no-gi division. He's doing our men's featured 145-pound division and also the advanced no-gi absolute. A busy day for the much smaller grappler with a lot in the advanced no-gi absolute.
He's a small man with a lot to prove. And he does get taken down here as Cheney starts to work to pass the guard, gets stuck in half guard here. He's got that lockdown. He's going to really try to prevent him from establishing a better position, moving that leg over to the other side, but Cheney's got that far side underhook that's going to allow him to keep those shoulders pinned to the mat.
Colby Heller looking to use that right arm to create a little bit of space between the heads of him and Cheney Floyd, but not able to in this moment.
And Cheney here using that free leg to start to pry open the legs. And it looks like Colby here is going to open up and then put him right back into the closed guard as we reset back to the middle. Colby looking to pick off each of those connections, looking to get rid of those upper body connections of Cheney here. And we saw as Cheney stood up right away, Colby kind of diving under, looking for like a K-guard entrance, some kind of entrance into the leg lock game.
Cheney staying conservative here inside the closed guard of Colby Heller, not doing a whole lot yet to open up the guard, but really just looking to pin the shoulders and the hips of Colby Heller here. Maintaining control of that bottom arm there, making it hard for Colby to sit up to his elbow. Both hands and looking to back out of that position there. You see him, he doesn't want to pass from inside that closed guard. He's looking to pass from the outside.
Colby sticking on a De La Riva, trying to get around him.
Very
He's
nice.
looking to open up to the back. He gets a knockdown here, but they're going to reset. We have just about 30 seconds until points are scored here. And something that hasn't been said yet, but you can really use this time to set up a strategic position for yourself. If you're good at playing guard and like sweeping, just pull right now. You know, give up that takedown right before that points are started, and then set everything up and get your points right away. Put yourself ahead of everyone else.
Absolutely, and I think as we see more and more of these matches at Subspectrum utilizing that 80cc style points scoring, point scoring system, you're going to see more and more athletes learning the strategy, figuring out how they can win these matches and take advantage of the scoring system.
And we're going to see a takedown there by Cheney, just outside of the point scoring window, it seems. As Colby's going to re-guard here, now playing some sit-up guard as Cheney goes in a hard knee cut position. Colby's going to turtle out, and Cheney's looking for a front head, spinning around to the back. Colby's going to roll through here, really look to flatten out and start to come back up. And he really needs to escape this back position here.
Oh, wow, and Cheney Floyd's in on that rear naked choke. I think we are going to see a tap. He's got the hands up, and we do see a finish. Your winner and advancing to the quarterfinals of our men's advanced no-gi absolute, Cheney Floyd of Hard Drive MMA.
And that match is going to conclude the entry into the quarterfinals as we move on. It looks like the next match is to be Austin Baker taking on Phil Lumley. Excuse me. Easy for me to say. Gracie Baja, North Phoenix, taking on Des Moines Jiu-Jitsu Academy.
Representing Des Moines Jiu-Jitsu, Phil Lumley. Next up, following into the stage, accompanied by his red backpack, his teammate, Austin Baker.
All right, the champ is coming out again, and this next match is going to be a fight if I've ever seen one. Phil Lumley really dominating his performance earlier today, of course going up against the man himself, Austin Baker. We've seen him dominate throughout the gi and no-gi divisions for these absolutes. And Phil is going to pull guard immediately and really work to play this bottom game, perhaps wisely staying out of the range of Austin Baker, putting him down. Looking to establish kind of and it looks like Austin Baker's in on the arm, and that's a quick finish for Austin Baker. Unbelievably quick. We got the clock stopped here. 5 minutes, 38 seconds left. So that's going to be 22-second finish for Austin Baker. And he knows that money's on the line for that quickest sub later on.
Next up, making his way back to our stage, representing Des Moines Jiu-Jitsu, Jared Appenzeller.
There goes my voice again. Appenzeller. Whoops. You guys heard that too.
And following him to the stage, representing Hard Drive MMA, Anthony Paycheck.
Now the Anthony Paycheck fans are in the crowd today. Another one pitting the best of Des Moines and Cedar Rapids is Jared
This is a matchup
Appenzeller.
I'm very, very interested in. This is a matchup that actually happened about 2 years ago in our Advanced No-Gi Absolute. It was Anthony Paycheck taking the 2-0 victory. Jared Appenzeller says that he is much more well-versed in this rule set. He's much more well-versed with the strategy that works well within this rule set, and he is excited to showcase what he's learned since that first matchup just about 2 years ago.
And we've seen that success with Jared earlier today. He's really cleaning up his weight class divisions. And you know, but at the same time, we've seen Anthony Paycheck do very well in those divisions as well. And here we're seeing Jared kind of playing some rubber guard, trying to lock up the upper body of Anthony Paycheck.
He's got what I believe they call, all the 10th Planet people are going to say, you're totally wrong. That meat hook there
That
with the
meat
left
hook.
hand wrapped around, but he abandons it now just for a butterfly half guard position here as Anthony Paycheck looks to go in with an underhook and head hug, maintaining that strong half guard position. Jared Appenzeller able to get the double underhooks there. Anthony looking to punch one of his fists in front of the throat of Jared, but not able to create enough space to do so here. Jared doing a good job of keeping that ear tight to the chest as Anthony does thread that right arm through. I thought we were going to see Jared take advantage of that, try to trap that arm and maybe bridge and roll to that side. But we do see Anthony Paycheck obtain that far side underhook, the neck hug, and now looking to free that leg with his left windshield wiper inside the knee there.
We're seeing him really open up what was that butterfly half guard. Now looking just a normal half guard, maybe with a little bit of a lockdown on that leg as Anthony Paycheck's able to put on that force. But Jared going right back to closed guard, right back to the rubber guard, and he locks that up really quickly here.
Very quick transition from Jared Appenzeller of Des Moines Jiu-Jitsu, looking for that rubber guard there on the left side, looking to isolate that arm. Maybe looking to go double bag here. I thought he was going to go and grab his right foot with his left hand, but now back to that meat hook. Looking to go triangle here. Beautiful transition from Jared Appenzeller, but Anthony Paycheck, this is a position he loves to pass from, is this double under position, putting a lot of pressure in, but I think we're going to see Jared doesn't quite fully have that triangle locked up, but he is underhooked on the leg. Might be able to sweep and end up with a nice triangle transition here.
He's got the leg, he's got the arm isolated, and that triangle is looking tight. Jared's going to come up to mount here, and this is going to be a lot of pressure on Anthony Paycheck. He's really scrambling to come out the back, and he comes out on top, but Jared is going to try to keep that omoplata here. He's rolling through, and he's limping. Back into the triangle. Anthony Paycheck is not out of danger yet. Jared is being relentless with these submission attempts.
Paycheck doing a good job of keeping his head away from the hips. I was interested to see if he would actually sit back with both legs over the body. He loves that Paulson guard. He is a studier of the catch wrestling discipline and loves that Paulson guard that we see where both legs are over, but now in like kind of a reverse, I don't know, what do you call that, a reverse back mount?
I think 10th Planet might have a name for it.
I'm sure they
I
do.
don't yet.
Jared Appenzeller now in the 50-50 position, looking to isolate that inside heel hook.
Anthony Paycheck really trying to pull apart those legs here. He needs to open that up if he wants to have a hope of escaping or attacking that inside leg. Jared with that top position is able to apply a lot of pressure here, and that gives him the advantage right now. Jared has opened up that leg, which means he's vulnerable to a heel hook, and he scissors it back.
And as somebody who's rolled with Jared Appenzeller very often, he's very comfortable in that 50-50 position, and you see why. He ends up finishing via heel hook and getting revenge, a win in the quarterfinals of our men's advanced no-gi absolute and advancing to the semifinals.
Beautifully executed inside heel hook there by Jared Appenzeller. Up next, we have the last match in our quarterfinals, as we have Victor Borja out of Breaking Point Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu taking on Floyd from Hard Drive MMA. We saw in the last match Vic really using his jiu-jitsu to win via points against his previous opponent of Jesse Hamson, where Cheney getting the submission.
Representing Breaking Point Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Victor Borja. And following him to the stage, representing Hard Drive MMA, once again, Floyd.
All right, we got two really game competitors here. This is going to seal the last ticket into the semifinals.
Victor Borja of Breaking Point Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu on the left in the all-black kit. Floyd in the navy rash guard and black shorts out of Hard Drive MMA, now on the left side of our shot. Victor Borja looking to immediately pull into that leg. Floyd cognizant of it.
Vic really trying to play a shin-to-shin guard, switching to a De La Hiva here. Cheney trying to keep that pressure on, looking to try to kill that opposite hook and maybe even roll over to that Kimura trap.
Cheney able to kill that inversion there for a moment with that neck hug, but he abandons it, and I think that it's going to allow Vic to get underneath the legs here. You see him isolating that right leg of Floyd. He is in. He's got that inside Senkaku position. We're going to see him isolate that heel. Victor Borja looking for the inside heel hook, and you do see him finish just a minute into the match, 60 seconds in. Victor Borja finishes by inside heel hook and moving to the semifinals of our men's advanced no-gi absolute.
A couple quick finishes there. We're moving right through this thing.
Absolutely. Just a handful of matches left here in our advanced no-gi absolute. We'll have the two semifinals, our third place match, and then the finals where the winner will take home $1,000 cash.
And next up on mat number 5, representing Grayson Baja, North Phoenix, the returning BNB Absolute champion and winning the Gi Absolute earlier today, Austin Baker. And following him to the stage, representing Green Bay Jiu-Jitsu, Litke.
Here we go, getting started in our first match of the semifinals in the men's no-gi absolute here at Subspectrum. Austin Baker, the champion of the gi division, taking on Litke. We saw both of these men hitting lightning fast submissions. And Eric coming in just like he did in this last match, going right for the shot, unafraid, driving almost into the tables as we reset here. In his first match, we saw Eric dive in on the shot and then just start diving on the legs, going back and forth between these outside heel hooks before getting the finish. And of course, with Austin Baker in his last match, finished with an armbar that's currently, I believe, holding the record for the fastest submission of the division. Austin here, finding his way around the guard, getting on the back, and this is not a good position if you're Eric Litke. Austin sitting in with one hook, being really heavy on the shoulder. And we've seen him do this time and time again today. Just applying that heavy back pressure, really start to wear out the opponent, and if he can flatten him out, this could be the end of the match. Eric intelligently defending here by trying to isolate the choking hand of Austin Baker and really trying to force that roll through. Austin is going to sit his hips here and get control of that top arm. Eric's going to pop through, and now Austin is in guard. An open half guard here. Eric staying nice and tight to the body. We are just a minute and 30 seconds into this. Eric's trying to put the pressure. Austin with a little bit of a butterfly sweep there. Getting to the feet. Got the single leg. Austin now solidifying this takedown and getting into a nice, deep, heavy knee cut here. Eric using that top hand, that post, trying to keep the weight of Austin Baker from crushing his guard at the moment. Austin going to settle for an overhook. Eric Litke looking to come to the other side for that arm crush. And Austin's going to collect the body here, force Eric to, well, not almost turtle, but then come back down to guard. Eric really looking for coming under, looking to get into a leg entanglement. He's going to come over to the other side. He's in on a heel, but is not able to collect that knee line. Austin's able to slip through, put that foot in the butt, kick him off the mat, and then let's restart. We have 30 seconds until points are live. So far, we've seen a lot of back and forth, top and bottom positions from both competitors here. Austin looking for that shuck. They're going to lock up here. Eric's going to pull with just 10 seconds until the scoring starts, and Austin is just going to step past his guard. With that, he ends up in great position here, but is not going to be able to get those guard pass points as the scoring round begins. And from here, Austin's going to be nice and heavy. He has that one arm isolated around his head, and he's going to force Eric Litke to turtle here so he can get on his back. He's got that knee torque there from that hook, as you can see. He's trying to weave in that right leg, get that heel right around the foot. He's got the hook in. He's going to be really heavy here to turn his base over, sinking in that choke really tight. And that's going to get the tap. A vicious submission from Austin Baker. Lightning fast, sinking that choking hand in before getting the rear naked. And he is going to advance to the finals of the Men's No-Gi Absolute, taking on the winner of the next match to come. And that was a hoss fight if I've ever seen one. As the two big beefy boys. Our final match to come for the semifinal round of the Men's No-Gi Absolute. Jared Appenzeller taking on Victor Borja.
And on the other side of our men's advanced no-gi absolute, our other semifinal, first up representing Breaking Point Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Victor Borja. And next up, following him to the stage, representing the War Jiu-Jitsu, Jared Appenzeller.
All right, once again, we've got Thick Vic Borja from Breaking Point Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu out of Davenport, Iowa, taking on Jared Appenzeller, Des Moines Jiu-Jitsu Academy, obviously out of Des Moines. We've seen both of these guys get submissions earlier on in this bracket, and the winner of this match is advancing to the finals to take on Austin Baker. From here, we're seeing a heavy collar tie from Jared, as Vic is going to sit and start to play guard. Vic sinking into the De La Hiva here, using that underhook grip on the shin, really being able to cut an angle that he wants to get toward Jared's back.
You can see he's sitting him down to that outside hip, but Jared's cognizant of it, stands back up to regain this base underneath that right hip there. See Jared smirking at him a little bit. Maybe he knows something we don't know.
Vic's just probably telling jokes again. This dude doesn't stop. Vic gonna offset Jared a little bit there with that De La Hiva. Making these upper body connections. Again, finding the success with this kind of guard in no-gi is a little bit tricky as Vic overturns his base, looking to get in on a leg entanglement here.
Jared doing a good job of controlling that heel, eliminating the possibility of Victor being able to lock his legs and create more of a connection and an entanglement here.
And it's all about collecting that knee line. We saw it in that last match with Austin Baker and Eric Litke. Eric really going for those heels. And
Jared dropping in on that inside heel, and we do see a finish by inside heel hook, Jared Appenzeller.
What a quick leg lock, coming on, snatching it as soon as he can.
Round 5 and advancing to the finals to face Austin Baker in our advanced no-gi absolute, Jared Appenzeller.
What a performance so far by Jared Appenzeller. Really countering that leg entry that was setting up by Vic. And securing the heel hook of his own. Getting the quick tap, securing his ticket to the finals.
So we will take a little break now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a few minutes break here, come back with the third place of our men's advanced no-gi absolute, which will pit Eric Litke of Green Bay Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu against Victor Borja of Breaking Point Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, who we just saw on the stage taking a loss to Jared Appenzeller of Des Moines Jiu-Jitsu, who has advanced to the finals of our men's advanced no-gi absolute, which we will see after that matchup. Just a couple minutes off the stream here. Enjoy some of the shots provided by SpaceWalker Productions and BNB Media, as well as Jake of Octopus Films. Awesome film crew here today showing you the action at our summer showdown here in Des Moines, Iowa. So just a couple more minutes and we will get into that third place match of the advanced no-gi absolute. Again, that pits Eric Litke of Green Bay Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu against Victor Borja of Breaking Point. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back with the bronze medal match of our men's advanced no-gi absolute. We're going to have Eric Litke of Green Bay Jiu-Jitsu taking on Victor Borja of Breaking Point Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
All right, coming up on mat number 5, we have the bronze medal match of our men's advanced no-gi absolute. First up, representing Breaking Point Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Victor Borja. And next up, representing Green Bay Jiu-Jitsu, Eric Litke.
This match is for third place. Both Eric Litke and Thick Vic Borja coming off of submission losses for both of our finalists. Here to avenge that loss.
Is it Borja?
To be fair, I've always said that, but I don't think I've ever heard him say it.
I think he's too nice to correct either one of us because we were talking about that backstage. I was like, I really hope it's not Borja. And I've been saying it wrong all these years. He can probably hear us right
that's
now.
just what I've always said, but yeah, you know what? He could be Borja today. Once again, special guest referee, Jordan Peisman. And we're off. Eric again coming in with a lot of fire, looking to sit down on these legs, switching back and forth, going back and forth between the head attacks and the leg attacks. Vic now trying to tie him up here and then settle him down. Vic looking to come over the top, got that half guard hook in, trying to slide in that hook over the top. We're good off on the side. We're seeing Vic go back and forth. Eric looking like he's going for the heel hook. And that's gonna be the submission. Eric Litke is gonna win this one by heel hook. And with that, we're going to move right into our finals match, pitting Austin Baker against Jared Appenzeller.
Guys, give me some color. So I'm not stuck up. So yeah, get in on that, please. Nah, he's top. I'm ready if you want to find something interesting. Yeah, that fight's good.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to mat number 5. We have the finals of our men's advanced no-gi absolute. First up, representing Des Moines Jiu-Jitsu, Jared Appenzeller. And following him to the stage, our returning gi and no-gi absolute champion. Earlier today, winning our gi absolute and $500 cash, now going for $1,000 in our next advanced no-gi absolute. Austin Baker of Gracie Baja, North Phoenix.
And here we go, the moment you've all been waiting for. About to kick off our finals match. Jared Appenzeller, Austin Baker. You've seen these guys dominate so much tonight. And we're going to see what happens when you pit them against each other.
Little bit of background information here on this match. Jared Appenzeller told me yesterday he envisioned seeing himself in the finals against Austin Baker. Here he is. I'm interested to see how this match is going to go. We've seen nothing but tenacity and fast, quick transitions and submission attempts from Jared Appenzeller during the preliminary rounds of this bracket. We've seen nothing but dominating performances from Austin Baker up until this point. Interested to see how these two match up and how it's going to go down here in the finals of our men's advanced no-gi absolute. Again, $1,000 cash going to the winner of this bracket.
And again here, we're seeing Jared start off with a lot of head pressure, trying to really work down Austin Baker. And Austin, again, really just kind of taking the wrestling in his stride. Not been one to overexert himself in the early portions of the match, but finding those opportunities and really capitalizing on them, which has led to a lot of his success today. Jared now going to sit down to guard.
Mercy grip there on the left hand as he sits the guard. Both butterfly hooks inserted here. Austin Baker looking to keep those elbows close to the knees, keep those hips pinned. Jared looking to isolate the left arm of Austin Baker here, but Austin's able to pretty easily posture out of that position there.
Now Austin is being heavy here, really trying to open up that guard, really putting a lot of pressure on that left leg of Jared.
Jared is one of the most flexible individuals I've ever met in my life, so while that may be uncomfortable, it's not gonna, it's certainly not gonna get a tap, but I don't think it's also gonna put him in too much discomfort.
Once again, because this is a finals match, we have a 10-minute timer going with points being scored at 5 minutes. Jared here working his half guard with knee shield, really more of a almost reverse De La Riva hook there. And Austin pummeling in, working to try to get some upper body control so that he can free that leg and advance the position.
Austin Baker with liberal application of that left forearm to the throat there of Jared Appenzeller, really trying to pin the upper body as he looks to get into a dominant guard passing position. He's able to put that right shoulder down and passes to the right side here. Again, just about 2 minutes and 15 seconds into the match, so we are not going to see any points scored for that position. Had that happened in the final 5 minutes of the match, we would have seen Austin Baker go up 3-0, but here still 0-0 in the beginning moments of this advanced no-gi absolute final.
And we've seen this behavior from Austin earlier today. He is focused on getting the position and finishing the match. In his last match against Eric Litke, right before the points were about to be scored, he just passed the guard anyway, and he knew that if he could secure that guard pass, he could work him to turtle, take his back, and then finish the fight, which is exactly what he did. And we're seeing that game plan happen right now in his match against Jared.
Hard drop of the left hip there Austin uses to eliminate the possibility of Jared getting that left shin in to create a little bit of space and re-guard. Strong shoulder pressure. We call it shoulder of justice at No Coast Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
And justice is being done.
Justice is being served, my friends.
Jared trying to utilize that left arm frame to keep Austin Baker away from him. Austin now using that knee to go right to the mount. Being really heavy here.
I'm going to isolate that right arm and punch it up over the head.
Yeah, we're seeing, I love this grip here. Austin using his left arm to come all the way under in that underhook to really trap Jared's right arm here. It's a very dominant position. It really gives the guy on bottom nothing to do from there. If you have it in no-gi, they're essentially trapped. There's no grips for them to get. He's working his way up to high mount, just really making this spot hell for Jared on bottom.
And we are just about 50 seconds removed from the point scoring portion of this match. As we head into those final 5 minutes, we will see the athletes getting points for the positions that they obtained. Austin continuing to maintain that high mount there with the arms jacked up underneath the head. You see Jared's just kind of lost with what to do. If he can't get his elbows back to his ribs, he really has almost no options in this position, especially with a man as large as Austin Baker on top of him here.
We officially refer to this position as cooking the beans.
Cooking the beans. I have heard that before.
The longer you're there, the less you want to be in that match. Jared able to get his arms back next to his body, getting a little bit more leverage here, hoping to be able to pry Austin Baker off of him. But Austin using all of his force, all of his weight to wrap around that head, keeping a hard crossface on Jared as he's trying to advance the position, open him up here. We're past the 5-minute mark, so points are able to be scored at this point. And we're going to see if, with Austin in such a dominant position already, not many more points to be had at this point. We're going to see if he can turn this into a finish or if Jared can recover. Once again, Austin doing a very good job of isolating both of those arms. Jared trying to keep them together over his head, but we might see a transition to an armbar here by Austin Baker, looking to hook that opposite leg, being very heavy, rolling over, hasn't secured the leg around the head yet. And we're gonna see, he has the option here to take it as a full armbar or maybe come around to the back. He's going over the head.
And he's able to slip that arm out. Jared comes up on top. We're going to see a reset of the position back in the middle of the mat. Just about 4 minutes left to go here in this match. You see the crowd amping up a little bit more. Definitely the hometown hero here, Jared Appenzeller. They would like to see him get the victory over the multiple-time advanced gi and no gi absolute champion Austin Baker and win one for the state of Iowa and the city of Des Moines.
And we're still scoreless now. 3 minutes, 40 seconds left on the clock. Jared is going to pull guard. Austin sitting in on that knee cut position. He has the underhook, but Jared has that foot on the inside. Austin giving a little bit of torque there, maybe just to remind him that, hey, we got a couple leg locks here, and I'm not, I'm familiar with those as well.
That's a nasty, nasty position for Jared's knee there. Jared looking to enter in on that far side leg. He's going to have to do a lot to off-balance the hips of Austin Baker here. Austin, both of his knees on the mat. Strong base. And Austin Baker doing what he does best, transitioning to a position where he forces his opponent to turtle, and now he's got that seatbelt grip. Look for him to roll over that right shoulder on the back of the neck as he looks to take the back here.
No hooks yet for Austin Baker, and the score remains 0-0. Does, however, have a tight seatbelt, and we've seen him work this position all day.
He's got that first hook inserted. All he needs is to obtain that second hook to take a 3-0 lead in the final 3 minutes of our advanced no-gi absolute. He's got that right arm punch through. I see him do that right shoulder roll over the back, and while he doesn't have that second hook yet, there he is able to insert it, and now he is going to see the count. And we will see Austin Baker go up 3-0 with just a little over 2 minutes left to go here in the finals of our men's advanced no-gi absolute.
And Jared's really in trouble here. We've seen Austin Baker finish a lot of people here today off of this back position. He's gone back to the super hook, letting go of that hook on top, and we've seen him snatch up those heads, snatch up those necks, and cause really gruesome looking chokes earlier today.
And as Austin throws that left hook back in, he is able to trap the left arm of Jared here. So if he's able to get that left hand out, it's going to be a 2-on-1 fight for the neck here. And I like Austin Baker's chances, but Jared's a crafty individual. I would not be surprised to see him free that left arm just like he did. And now we're back on a 2-on-2 fight. Just a minute 30 left to go here in the finals of our men's advanced no-gi absolute. Jared Appenzeller is going to have to escape this position and really do something special to end up winning this match.
Austin electing to use that butterfly hook to put Jared back in the turtle. Maybe felt like he was starting to slip out, not really be in the position that he wanted to maintain control, and is going to use this to set him back in turtle, reestablish those upper body connections so that he has more control over that shoulder, which is what you need to get this finish. Rolling through again, can we see Austin Baker punch that hand under the throat of Jared Appenzeller?
Austin Baker doing what he does best from that turtle position, rolling that choking arm shoulder over the neck and rolling his opponent through, but he's not able to maintain that position for very long, and again, forcing his opponent to turtle. This is what he does best. He does it time and time again. And here we see it again as he tries to punch that right arm through. Again, look to see him roll that right shoulder over the back of the head and finish with the back take.
Just about 30 seconds left. Austin Baker on your back. This is not the spot you want to be. He's got the hooks in. Another 3 points for Austin Baker. 15 seconds left.
Austin Baker going over the face there with his right choking arm. 10 seconds left to go here in the finals of our men's advanced no-gi absolute. Austin Baker with a 3-0 lead, and it looks like he is going to go on and win this bracket. A 3-0 victory for Mr. Austin Baker. 6-0, in fact.
And that's going to do it. Pure domination that we've seen all day today, throughout the gi, throughout the no-gi, from guard, from the feet, on the back. Austin Baker is a dangerous man. And he just got a little bit richer as well.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, your winner of the advanced absolute, now a two-time champion in both the team and no-gi absolute, returning once again. We're going to see later this year trying to go for the VP. Definitely says Austin Baker, Gracie Baja, no Phoenix. Let's go ahead and count them off for everybody. $1,000 cash as the winner of our men's advanced no-gi absolute. 6, 7, 8. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Austin Baker.
Absolutely well-deserved, as we've seen him completely control every single match he's been in. This whole day, $1,500 richer between the gi and no-gi divisions. Austin Baker is going home a richer man.
He's pulling out that wallet right away and adding it to his stack of cash. Look at him there.
He's counting it up.
He says, did I get the fastest submission too? No, I don't think we saw the fast submission from Austin Baker this time. So he won't take home all of the cash prizes for our men's advanced gi and no-gi absolute divisions. We still got a $250 fastest submission bonus presented by Jake and Jose's Moving. Appreciate them as one of our sponsors of the event, throwing 250 bones to the fastest submission of the day. And that does include the matches from our men's 145-pound round table that we will see coming up. 6 of the best 145-pound grapplers from here in the Midwest and beyond battling it out in a round-robin format. All 6 of these guys are going to face each other here in this bracket. It's going to be 15 matches, and I think it's going to be a high-paced, high-energy, lots of action-packed bracket that'll be coming up here in just a few minutes.
And you know what? I think Austin Baker might actually be in contention for that fastest submission. He had that armbar on Phil Lumley.
That is true. We will have to take a look back at the brackets. There's 3 brackets that are in contention for that fastest submission. All of our featured male brackets here on mat 5 on the stage. We will have to take a look and see, following this bracket as well, the 145-pound round table, whether it was Austin Baker taking home the fastest submission of the day. But just a few moments here, and we'll get into that men's 145-pound round table. Go ahead and share the stream, drop a comment, share this with your friends on your social media, whatever it is, and we'll be back in just a few minutes. The big man. We're back live with our men's advanced 145-pound round table. First up, we're going to see Kalen Hester of 10th Planet Omaha against Gabriel Austin Duck-Jitsu Daffron of Kindred Jiu-Jitsu. We'll be getting started with that here in just about 30 seconds.
Getting ready to start on mat number 5, our men's 145-pound round table. 6 of the best 145-pound grapplers from the Midwest and beyond battling it out for $1,000 cash. First up, representing 10th Planet Omaha, Kalen Hester. And next up, representing Kindred Jiu-Jitsu, Austin Duck-Jitsu Daffron.
All right, here we go. The start of our last division of the day. The men's 145 round table. Advanced rules.
On the left-hand side, Kalen Hester of 10th Planet Omaha. On the right-hand side, our flyweight champion, the 125-pound champion, jumping up to get some matches at 145 pounds after the flyweight tournament fell apart. Austin Duck-Jitsu Daffron, excited to see what he puts together in our 145-pound division. Immediately in on that snap-down, Kalen Hester able to free the head and get back to a neutral position here.
And Austin's being really aggressive here. Really going after the head, looking for those front headlock entries. And I like it. I like seeing this action happen.
I know Austin has been improving his wrestling and his judo. He said that was one of his goals coming into the flyweight tournament that we initially had planned. Now in the men's 145-pound round table, and you see him looking to utilize those same skill sets that he's been working on over the previous months. And
we're seeing that here. A lot of snap downs, a lot of foot sweeps attempts. Austin's really bringing it. And
looking for that front headlock, high elbow guillotine immediately, but Kalen Hester able to punch out the back door here, but Austin catches an arm on the way through, but not enough to solidify a position. We're back in the standing position. Lots of action here in the first minute of our men's 145-pound round table first round matchup between Kalen Hester of 10th Planet Omaha and Austin Daffron of Kindred Jiu-Jitsu.
And once we drop the weight down to 145, you know, these guys move a lot.
They absolutely do.
I myself, I'm a little over 2 bills at the moment, and this is making me tired already. Austin coming back to his feet after the takedown attempt.
I think Austin might be looking. Oh no, foot's on the outside. I thought we were going to see him go for a jumping flying scissor.
And here he's trying to break that grip, really put pressure on that shoulder to stop Kalen from taking him down, keeping that head up, using his own head to kind of put pressure. And Kalen now reversing that and getting Austin away from him. We want to see the takedown here, and Austin is really doing his best to fight it. Coming in on that leg entry, going to the opposite leg. And Austin's going to come up on that.
Uses that outside heel hook to get himself on top in that position. Kalen Hester, great defense there, able to turn out and as Austin chases that heel.
Good pressure on the chin there by Austin. That is not a comfortable position to be in.
Kalen Hester looking to go in on the leg here, but he's got almost like an electric chair, but the legs passed across the body here. Just kind of an awkward position for Austin.
We have about
Kalen from that 10th Planet system, so looking to utilize that electric chair position or use it to come up and sweep here.
We do have about 10 seconds before points are to be scored. But Kalen's going to come up here anyway, right into kind of an over-under pass position. Austin to defend, using those frames to push away the head, push away the shoulder, and come up behind him. Oh, we have kind of a face choke, but it's starting to get under the chin there. Austin now crawling away. And we're going to get a reset.
Great action here between Caitlin Hester of 10th Planet Omaha and Austin Daffron of Kindred Jiu-Jitsu in the first matchup of our men's 145-pound round table.
We're going to reset the position here.
Little jockey for position here as we have the reset. Caitlin trying to get that full twister hook in there. And he's got it, and he's got, wow, wow. That is a crazy shot here provided by Chris Setzer of SpaceWalker Productions. Austin able to backwards roll out of that position. Just insane positioning that we're seeing in this match. Just not something we expected to see.
And Austin going for the toe hold.
Caitlin able to straighten the leg out here and keep himself safe for now. Might turn into a knee bar transition, but Austin abandons the leg lock attempt and comes up in the side control position. We are going to see 3 points scored by Austin Daffron here, and he takes a 3-0 lead with just a little over 2 minutes left to go here in the first matchup of our men's 145-pound round table.
And what a recovery. I mean, I can only dream of being in positions like that. And Austin using just to back roll out, back up to his feet, getting the sweep, or not the sweep for the points, but getting back up to his feet and getting the pass. We're starting on the feet now.
Wow, beautiful takedown from
takedown.
Caitlin Hester. That's a 2-point takedown there for Caitlin Hester.
Looks like we're going to reset in a similar position before the no, the points are on the board. It's currently 3-2 with Austin Daffron winning at the moment. However, Caitlin Hester attacking the back, looking to get to a better position here. He's got the leg hooked and starting to work his way around the hips, right to the trunk,
slicer.
right to that truck position.
He's able to get to the toes there. He might have a finishing position. Austin trying to go for the the calf slicer as well as a recounter.
Just over 1 minute left in this match.
Looking for the twister here. He's got the arm. He's putting it behind his head. Wow, Caitlin Hester looking to thread that left arm behind the head. Austin obviously cognizant of it.
We have about 45 seconds left with Caitlin looking for this twister. Austin starting to recover that arm. With this little time left, could be beneficial for Caitlin to just get the back points and take the lead here.
Wow, and if he is able to get that
He's got
second hook
both hooks
and maintain that position, he's got a strong neck cranking position.
Both hooks in.
And Caitlin Hester does take the 5-3 lead here. Is he going to get the submission finish in the waning moments of this match?
Just 10 seconds left. Austin getting to his feet. Trying to shake him down.
Shake him off in this position. Caitlin does give up the bottom position. I'm not sure if we're going to see 2 points scored for that or not. We do not. Austin Baker, there's a little bit of controversy question here. We do have 2 points scored for Austin Daffron. We're going to go to an overtime, right? 5-5 going into the overtime period. Interested to see how that was going to shake out there. The referee did give the 2 points there for the reversal. And now Austin Daffron looking to take the back.
Oh, look at that crossface. Clinical. Into the triangle.
And he gets it with an armbar finish there in the overtime period of the first matchup in our men's 145-pound round table. Austin Duck Jitsu Daffron taking the submission victory over Caitlin Hester of 10th Planet Omaha. Amazing matchup there between two 145-pound grapplers. Excited to see those two as they continue through this round table.
And if that's the action we have in store for the rest of this division, we're in for a hell of a time. Up next, we are looking forward to Jonah Nassif from Hard Drive MMA taking on Alex Weaver from Kearney Combat Sports and Fitness.
Nick's face.
How many dudes are there in this bracket?
Brian White to mat one, please. Brian White to mat one.
Yeah, but it's like a round robin. So I think it's like 3 matches and 5 rounds and 3 matches.
Alright guys, looks like we're gonna start.
Pummel your right hand and on your bicep. Pummel your right hand and on your bicep. Your right hand.
All right, next up on mat number 5, first up representing Hard Drive MMA, Jonah Nassif. And following him to the stage, representing Kearney Combat Sports and Fitness, Alex Weaver.
All right, here we go, rolling into our second first round match of the men's 145 round table. Jonah Nassif and Alex Weaver. Jonah taking top position here as we start the match. Alex working from the bottom, being heavy on that head with that butterfly hook in. Jonah really trying to break all those connections, really shag all of those grips off of him. Alex coming in with the back take, trying to get on top, establishing, no, and they roll through. Jonah moving back, trying to keep a distance here, trying to pass from a distance. He's starting to pinch down that top hook as Alex has that half guard hook in. Jonah getting really low, trying to apply pressure. Alex starting to pry him up, getting under that arm, getting that good 2-on-1 on that far side arm. Looking for the Kimura and spins out of it. We're going to have a little reset there. Jonah being heavy, trying to get that underhook. It looks like he's successful. Alex instead being heavy on the head, keeping that far side arm control, looking like he's interested in that Kimura again. As we said before, this is a round robin with 6 competitors. We will have multiple rounds, ensuring that all the competitors have a chance to fight one another. This is the first round. This is the second match of the first round here. Alex getting the sweep, using that leg lace and coming up on top. Here he's in a nice, very advantageous half guard position. Flatten Jonah out using the crossface. Does not have the opposite side underhook, but is using that arm to kind of pry the legs and using Jonah's bridge to try to take them out. And they end up back on the feet. This is some good action we're seeing here. We've got about 45 seconds until points are being considered. Up until now, it is no score, no points. Alex using the double wrist grip to sit to guard. Jonah pressuring in, looking for that X pass. Alex here getting on the elbow, looking to push him to the side. We got a triangle attempt coming up here. Jonah's gonna stand up and try to roll to take the back. He's coming through, he's got a good leg drag here, but Alex is gonna reset the position. We are just about at the 3-minute mark. And with that, points are now live. We're on the second half of this match. We will now see points for positions and guard passes. And that is what Jonah Nassif is looking to do here. Really being heavy, getting that near side underhook, digging for both underhooks here. Got the near side, but Alex has the far side, looking to collect that arm, going all the way to close guard, keeping Jonah's posture broken. Jonah here trying to reestablish his posture. And Alex looking to isolate an arm, which he does here on the right. Getting that forearm in the neck. This is a very difficult spot to be in if you're Jonah. He's starting to get a little bit of a better angle with his hips. And boom! That is a big sweep there, and he's not able to secure the position for long enough to get any points. They're back to the feet. Here, Jonah is gonna roll. He's got a front headlock position, trying to spin to the back. Alex is coming back up. We have a bit of a war on our hands here, ladies and gentlemen. Still no points. We've seen a lot of action back and forth. Alex getting caught in a bit of a guillotine, but then sitting the guard, reestablishing this position. He likes this spot here with the underhook on that opposite side arm, and you gotta believe he's going back to that same sweep attempt that he just had. Jonah here collecting that far side underhook, putting pressure in the neck of Alex Weaver. Alex shucking it across. Jonah here trying to free up that leg. We have just under 1 minute left in this match. The score is tied at 0 apiece. We're gonna see a little bit of pressure release. Jonah is gonna kind of start to set this back up. Just about 40 seconds left, and we need to see a score unless this goes into overtime. Jonah looking to set up that over-under style pass. Starts to get past the hips, but Alex is gonna feed that knee through and retain his guard. Putting a little pressure on the head. Jonah going for kind of a flying mount attempt there. Just 15 seconds left in this match. We have a last second sweep attempt by Alex Weaver. And that is going to be the end of regulation. We are going to go into overtime. Sudden death. First score wins. Jonah going right for the shot. If he maintains top control, that is going to do it. 2 points. Jonah Nassif is going to win this match. And that's a hard-fought victory. A quick shot in overtime to get the takedown to secure the win for Jonah Nassif as we move into the last match of the first round of our 145 roundtable advanced rules.
Next up on mat number 5, representing Nebraska Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Ryan Yamada. Iowa Martial Arts, Colby Heller.
From the men's Nogi Absolute division, jumping into the men's 145 roundtable, taking on Ryan Yamada from Nebraska Jiu-Jitsu. Ryan Yamada in the white, Kobe Heller once again rocking the America-Brazilian connection. We're seeing a lot of exchanges on the feet here, a lot of collar ties, a little bit of wrestling for these smaller guys. Oh, and there's a guard pull by Yamada. He's looking to kind of spin through here. And Colby is trying to maintain dominant position. He rolls through. Ryan is on a toe hold. They're spinning through. And we're back into a 50-50. Ryan trying to look to expose the heel. Spinning back the other way as Colby looking to try a leg lock of his own. Still in this 50-50 position. We are seeing these legs fly. Ryan, I should say here, locking up that figure 4, controlling both of Colby's feet here, trying to get this toe hold as Colby is spinning. Colby now with a dueling toe hold. Both of those are gonna be let go here. They're gonna stop this position right on the edge of the mat, reset back in the center. All right. I can back up into 50-50. Or as we like to call it, stall guard, where I'm from. From here, Ryan playing shin to shin, and Colby getting rid of that connection here, breaking all of those grips. He wants to play this on his terms. Coming in with the head connection. Colby's gonna staple down with that left leg, using his head to keep pressure on Ryan's. Looking to establish that crossface as Ryan sits back up. We have about 40 seconds until points are going to be scored here. Again, the first half of the match is going to be without points being considered. Ryan looking for a honey hole entrance here, looking to isolate that heel. Colby rolling toward the edge of the mat. But Ryan is doing a good job of stopping that momentum. Colby freeing up his opposite leg. And Ryan trying here to get the pressure on that heel. Looking for the outside heel hook here. Can he secure the knee line? No, Colby starts to slip that knee, but Ryan is able to secure the heel hook for the win. Relentless leg attack by Ryan Yamada in order to secure the win in this first round match.
I'm ready. Can we get some color? Get some flavor. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. You want to get that match over there slowly? Slowly go over to the left.
That is going to conclude the first round of this 145-pound division. We are going to roll right into the second round here in just a few minutes.
It's mixed pretty well.
This is why I knew the walkout stuff was going to be a mess because I'm going to get pulled a million places.
Oh, are they not there?
No, they're there. It's just I haven't been here to call them because I've been off doing 12.
Can't you call them from out there though?
But I didn't know it was up, like, because I'm outside, like, putting out a million fires. So
It's about to be, yeah.
Back alley's queued up. I'm on it, so I'm nice and easy. That's great.
On mat number 5, first up, representing 10th Planet Omaha, Kaylin Hester. And following him to the stage, representing Park Drop MMA, Jonah Nassif.
All right, moving on to the second round of the 145 men's no-gi round robin. We have Jonah Nassif and Kaylin Hester. Jonah, we saw take home a win in overtime in this first round match. Kaylin on the receiving end of a loss in overtime in his first match. Jonah here is going to be aggressive, looking for that front headlock position. Trying to lock up kind of a Darce here. And when he comes back to just the front head, the arm in, Kaylin's gonna roll through, come out on top, wrapping up both the legs, trying to jump off to the side, and end up on top, and he's past the guard. Kaylin being heavy here, head still kind of wrapped up. Jonah not letting go of that guillotine grip, but Kaylin moving into a north-south position. It's pretty safe here. Jonah kind of punching through with that opposite hand. And he's able to reverse the pressure and take him through to the other side. Jonah now up in north-south position on top. Once again, no points are scored for the first half of these matches. But we are just over 1 minute into this match. Jonah here being heavy, Kind of slowing down the pace just a bit. Big bridge by Kaylin Hester, and going right for the post under the chin, switching it off to the shoulder. Going back to guard here. Jonah now stuck in Kaylin's half guard. Kaylin with the lockdown, hook on his leg. Jonah with some aggressive posts on the face of Kaylin Hester. Bridging over, but oh, here we go. Kaylin get under the leg. It's coming up, using that position. We saw this in his first match, being from 10th Planet, using that kind of electric chair position. Jonah really coming in on a shallow toe hold there. And we're gonna see the tap there. Looks like we had a little bit of bite there on the foot. Your winner, Violet, is gonna tie up both of their records as, again, Jonah winning his first one, Kaylin losing his first one. Now both 1-1 in this division.
Next up on mat number 5, representing Kindred Jiu-Jitsu, Austin Duck Jitsu, Daffron. And following him to the stage, representing Kearney.
And here we go. Second match, second round. Both the second match for both Alex Weaver and Austin Daffron. As we get underway, a little more wrestling from both of these men. A little bit of back and forth here. We saw in the first match Austin being very aggressive on the head and using that to advance the position. Alex is going to sit to guard here and try to elevate Austin. Looking to clamp down on the leg, kind of in that X guard position here. And Austin here being wise and scooting his hips away. He is going to give up that top position, although it doesn't seem that Alex is particularly keen to come up at this moment. They're looking like they want to play some legs. And they get a roll through here. Alex trying to bite down on that right leg of Austin Daffron. We are just approaching the edge of the mat here, though. We're going to kind of open up, and Austin is going to take the top position. We're going to reset in the middle. Couple of good leg lock attempts there, going back and forth. In the end, we end up standing up. Austin's going to try to pass here again. He's going to fall down here for the heel hook. He's got, looks like double inside control, and Alex is just going to keep rolling his way to safety here. Alex is going for that straight ankle lock. And Austin Daffron now falling back for a leg lock of himself. Really trying to pry those legs apart here. It's very important to maintain good position here while you're fighting for these legs. You're going to see these guys jockey for inside control so that they can get the proper bite they need on both of these legs. Austin now going to roll through here. And Alex locking up that ankle lock grip. Bringing it across to the other side. And no, he's going to come back. Austin is going to be in that top position here. It's going to be hard for Alex to put in a lot of pressure while Austin is up on his feet. Using that hook switch, coming behind. Austin Daffron now has the back and is looking to feed this choke. And that's going to get the submission. Austin Daffron using that incredible hook switch there to get behind Alex Weaver and secure a submission with a rear naked. He's going to improve his record to 2-0 in this division right now as we go into the final match of our second round.
He holds the 125-pound flyweight title for Suspension. They have a spot for it. He's good. Yeah, he is good. He's great at it.
We need to like cut the walkout stuff and just have them come out. Like we just gotta get through this stuff, and I can't be here the whole time right now.
You want to just do the mic for him to call him out? You know what I mean? So he's going to be here the whole time. Why don't we just
If you
do that?
want to do that, let's just.
I mean, that or you just pull them all the way, sit by the pad.
They aren't fucking going to. Everybody fucking.
That's what I'm saying. Just leave the mic here, because we'll know when it's over. One of us can do it.
So we're just going based on that schedule, and they should just come out when they're. So wait, you head back?
Yeah, let me Chris, give me some flavor on something. Zoom in on that match that's about to go down across the middle, and then I'll take it off after you. Yeah, I mean, zoom out a little bit. Yeah, there you go. All right, on you, Chris. Yeah, sounds good.
All right, next up, representing 10th Planet Omaha, Kaylin Hester.
We gotta get someone on that hallway. Jacob's got
And following him to the stage, representing Nebraska Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Ryan Yamada.
All right, here we go. We have another match here for Kaylin Hester taking on Ryan Yamada. Ryan coming off his first round heel hook victory. Kaylin's going to sit guard here. Ryan playing on the head. We saw from the previous match for Ryan, really proficient using those leg lock attempts. And Kalen in his match against Jonah just secured a leg lock for the win there as well. So we maybe can expect to see them try to take this into some kind of leg entanglement. Looking at the front headlock position here that Ryan has. He's using a lot of pressure, trying to open up Kalen Hester. Weaving that arm. Kalen using that right arm to kind of secure himself, get his balance, and try to bring himself up to Ryan's level. But Ryan here getting an underhook himself and really putting the pressure back on Kalen. Ryan trying to shuck back and forth. We're seeing a little bit of a stalemate here. About 90 seconds into this match, we're seeing a front headlock battle here as Ryan really using it to control where Kalen Hester can go. But if Ryan Yamada is looking to make something happen, he either needs to turn this into a submission attempt or use it to get around to his back. Seeing a bit. Oh, here we go. Ryan Yamada stepping through, looking to finish with that front headlock, trying to turn this into a guillotine, getting around to the side of Kalen Hester, almost in a north-south position, but Kalen's going to be able to recover back up to Turtle. Ryan still keeping a hold of that front headlock position. Kalen electing to bring his arm up to Ryan's torso. And Ryan keeping the fight low. Coming up to his feet, but really driving in the whole time, not allowing Kalen to drive back. Kalen is stuck underneath here and trying to get up to a top position, but Ryan is able to hunker down here. We've just entered the portion of this match where points are going to be scored. We're in the final 3 minutes. Both athletes up to their feet. Ryan still maintaining that front headlock position, using overhook on the left and underhook on the right, trying almost a cow catcher here, using it to get behind Kalen Hester. Ryan Yamada is almost on the back. And here, he establishes a good north-south position. He's going to get 3 points here for passing the guard. The score is currently 3-0 with Ryan Yamada in the lead, sinking back in his stance here, trying to keep Kalen Hester from coming up, using his head to isolate his right arm from his left, and now getting behind, digging that shoulder in the back of Kalen Hester's head, and using it to establish a nice flat side control here. Just under 2 minutes left in this match. Ryan using that bottom knee to try to remove that near frame from his hips. Kalen is using it fairly effectively to keep Ryan away, stopping him from advancing to a better position, keeping him in side control. Ryan's going to come over the head, back to that north-south position. As he tries to spin around here, making sure he's keeping a lot of pressure right now on the midsection of Kalen Hester. Kalen kind of wrapping Ryan Yamada's head, but it's effectively locking the position that they're in. And with just 1 minute left, Kalen Hester still down 3-0 as Ryan Yamada advances to the mount. He's going to get his 2 points from out here, and he has a strong underhook on the elbow on the right side. Kalen able to recover his guard here, effectively hooking that near leg, but Ryan's going to get the grip on the head. A big back step from Ryan Yamada. Using it, he's past the hips. He's going to get another set of points here for that guard pass. Looping that hand around, we're going right back to the north-south that he's had a lot of success with so far. Kalen rolling over his head to that invert, and they're going to go back to the feet. 7 seconds left. Not enough time to secure a scoring position, and that's going to do it. Ryan Yamada is going to win 8-0 in the second round match over Kalen Hester. That is going to conclude the second round of our 145 men's no-gi round robin. Stay tuned as we go into the third round with our next matchup, Jonah Nassif and Colby Heller.
Number 5, representing Iowa Martial Arts and Iowa Martial Arts and Wellness, Colby Heller. And next up, following him to the stage, representing Hard Drive MMA, Jonah Nassif.
All right. We've already seen both of these competitors today. Colby having a long day. I'm sorry, not Colby. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I'm right. I'm mixing myself up. Colby already with a long day, having competed in the men's no-gi absolute. Now dropping down to the 145-pound weight class, taking on Jonah Nassif, who's coming off a loss in the second round. Colby himself coming off a loss there in the first round, not getting a match for the second round. We're going to see some jockeying on the feet here. Colby looking aggressive against Jonah. Jonah looking to get kind of a front headlock position. Colby trying to come out over it, but Jonah. Oh, we got a triangle attempt here. Colby looking to get that armbar, and that's going to finish it. Colby Heller coming back from that first round loss with an armbar here over Jonah Nassif. And that relatively quick submission, but still not going to be the two submissions that we've seen in our men's no-gi absolute, which currently are in contention for the fastest sub of the night. We still have quite a few matches between these 145-pound competitors to see if one of them will claim that prize. The next match that we have coming up is Gabriel Duck Jitsu Dafron against Ryan Yamada. Both of these competitors currently undefeated in this division. So we're going to hand out the first loss to one of them.
Wait till you, I guess, hear the announcer. Back alley's on standby operators on the screen. Oh, really? That's crazy. Yeah, they like they chroma key it out. That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy, dude. Yeah.
Oh, he's out. He's out.
Found a phone on the floor in the bathroom back there. You can embarrass somebody. Whoever just took a shit in the bathroom left the phone on the floor.
Oh, so
All right, coming up next on mat number 5, representing Nebraska Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Ryan Yamada. And next up, following him to the stage, representing Kid Jiu-Jitsu, Austin Duck Jitsu, Daphne.
All right, as I said before, Austin Duck Jiu-Jitsu Daphron taking on Ryan Yamada. Both of these competitors currently undefeated in this division. We're about halfway done with this 145-pound round table. And one of these competitors is going to get their first L on the day. Ryan sitting in the guard, trying to get under the hips of Austin Daffron. Getting some good elevation there, but Austin really being able to spread his weight out on his hands. He's coming in. Ryan Yamada really looking for that heel hook right away, as we saw him do in that first round. And wow, seeing a counter heel hook finish there. Austin Duck Jitsu, a lightning fast counter to that heel hook attempt by Ryan Yamada. He is going to remain undefeated moving on in this 145-pound division. We're going to move on next to our final match of the third round. Kalen Hester taking on Alex Weaver.
Defending 10th Planet Omaha, Kalen Hester. And next up, representing Kearney Combat Sports and Fitness, Alex Weaver.
Kalen Hester and Alex Weaver returning to the mat. Kalen Hester here, 1-1 so far in this division. Alex Weaver 0-2, looking to right that in this next match. We're going to start this off right now. Kalen getting low, looking to come in on a leg here. Is he going to come and wrestle up and look for that takedown right away? Yep, we come up on that single leg. He's got it pinched. Alex looking to counter out, and he gets his leg down. Kalen again taking the stance. Alex just giving him this leg, perhaps trying to set up a counter here, looking for a Kimura trap, looking for a front headlock entry. In either case, going to kind of use this to sprawl out, looking to get that Kimura grip right here on Kalen Hester. Alex Weaver looking to pull that Kimura, using it to turn Kalen Hester over. Not quite with the leverage yet to finish. Leg over the head. He's going to be in this Juji Gatami armbar position. And he's pulling, rocking toward the head, trying to open up that grip. Kalen using that bridge to get his base back over. But Alex still holding on to that arm. He's got the arm free. Kalen jumping back over to the other side and using it to try to get around Alex's guard. Alex still trying to fit that knee in there, using it to tie up Kalen's left arm, now switching over and getting a hook with his left foot. He's going to that collection of that head and arm there. Alex Weaver's trying to recover the guard, but Kalen is going to secure a nice flat side control there off of that really tight seeming armbar. We have just about 4 minutes left. There are still no points to be scored here. The score is 0-0. Kalen Hester establishing this top position from side control. Alex Weaver looking to fight his way out, trying to get that elbow, posting off his head, trying to get a frame into the hip of Kalen Hester. looking for a Darce. He's got that vice grip on the head, using it to wrench down Alex Weaver. Kalen Hester's going to stay on top in this front headlock position, use it to get around to the back. Just about 3 minutes and 20 seconds left in the match. It means about 20 seconds until points can be scored here. Kalen with one hook in, going to the truck. And he's collecting the arm, looking to secure a twister. Pulling that arm. Points are now live. Kalen Hester has Alex Weaver's arm at the elbow here. He wants to slowly move this behind his head so that he can secure the twister neck crank. And he has this bottom hook with his legs really secure. Slowly trying to move this arm behind his head. He moves his head to the inside here. He needs to maintain control of that hand while he loops his left hand around the head of Alex Weaver. And that's what he's looking to do here. Can he get it? Alex Weaver trying to come up. And that's going to do it. And that is going to be your winner with a finish by twister, Kalen Hester of 10th Planet. That's going to do it for our third round. 2 more rounds remain for our men's 145 no-gi round robin. And we will continue on with those matches in just a moment.
Next up on mat number 5, Gabriel Austin Duck Jitsu Daffron, representing Kindred Jiu-Jitsu.
$145 right there. Dan the photographer. And like they're never ready. They just are never fucking ready. Yeah, so once I get done announcing these two, I'll go ahead.
And representing Iowa Martial Arts and Wellness, Colby Heller.
What's up? How you doing? Good to see you. Still in the Iowa City area?
Yeah. Just coming out.
Out in, just near it. I'm on Coralville. So right now.
You're still training over at, where are you training nowadays?
Up in Cedar Rapids.
Oh, okay. At tipping?
Yeah.
Where's the other guy up now?
You get your black belt yet?
No, I'm still working.
Close?
Working on it,
Things don't come easy, but I'd say you're fucking pretty close.
We'll see what happens.
All right, let's go.
Just helping commentate today?
For sure.
Yeah.
And here we are, we're back. The first match of the 4th round. We have Austin Duck Jitsu, Daffron taking on Colby Heller. Once again, Daffron undefeated currently in this division. Can Colby give him his first loss? Colby looking to get in on a leg here, but as we saw in that last round, Austin can go toe-to-toe with legs, as we saw with Ryan Yamada. Really putting the pressure on here. Shot those hips pretty far past the knee line, but not enough to secure it. We're going to restart in the center in this 50-50 position. We're going to have these guys crawl over in this weird crab walk. And they're back at it again. Austin looking to get the heel, and the same goes for Colby. Using those hips to really free up the knee to alleviate that pressure and not allow the other person to finish those heel hooks. Austin spinning under, isolating that heel, and that's gonna do it. Another heel hook finish for Austin Duck Jitsu. Daffron, this one in just 1 minute and 3 seconds.
Clarence Jordan, Sean Tilson, Ryan Byers, Matt 2. Clarence Jordan, Sean Tilson, Ryan Byers, Matt 2.
We're now gonna move into our second match, round 4 of the men's 145 Nogi round robin. We're gonna have Jonah Nassif fighting Ryan Yamada. Yamada here looking to avenge his previous loss to Austin Daffron, who was just competing. And we'll see if he can stay within reach of this title.
Hey man, can you help me out real quick? This got disconnected. Can you just get the copy of?
Guys, give me 1 second. I gotta do something.
Can you just give me the copy of that? Throw it over here.
Next up, representing Hard Drive MMA, Jonah Nassif. And following him to the stage, representing Nebraska Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Ryan Yamada.
Let's go, Sean.
Here we go. We have our match, Jonah Nassif and Ryan Yamada. Yamada is only loss right now to Austin Daffron. We know he's comfortable in the leg lock game, and we've seen Jonah before staying heavy on those front headlocks. This could be a good clash of styles as we see these two fight each other. A little bit of back and forth on the feet, sizing each other up. A little bit of shoving going on as well. We're in the 4th round of this. These guys are probably getting sick of each other. Ryan Yamada sitting down to guard. Playing the seated guard, bringing it back to the center. We got a little bit of hand fighting going on as Jonah is gonna engage here. Jonah, so far in this division, has been seen playing around the edge, really trying to dictate when he's going to engage in the guard in order to give him an advantage in the passing. And we can see here, he likes to hang out with that right hand, posting on his opponent's leg and using it to kind of dive in. Ryan here trying to keep those upper body connections, really trying to play with the hands here of Jonah, keeping him away from those types of guard entries that he's been doing all day. A little bit of playing back and forth here. Ryan with an underhook looking to spin. And Jonah coming up. They're both back on the feet. Ryan going to sit back to guard. About 4 minutes left in this match. Jonah faking the shot, coming back to the head. Locking up here, showing a test of strength. And then Ryan Yamada going to pull guard here. We've seen him be really comfortable playing in those leg entanglements, playing guard, allowing that person to dictate the passing game. And it's led to a lot of his success so far. Jonah here trying to get on those feet, get Ryan Yamada out of his comfort zone. Ryan here trying to play with that opposite arm, looking for kind of a Camcorder grip, kind of an arm drag. And Jonah diving in, looking to come around with that pass to the left. Collecting the legs here. And he does. He's going to get the guard pass for Jonah Nassif. Perhaps just a few seconds too early. Points are just going live now with 3 minutes left in the match. Knowing this, Jonah's gonna back out, start to try to work the guard pass again. Really digging in here. Ryan looking for that arm drag, and Jonah countering. Ryan pushes him over. If he can establish top position, that could be points, but we are gonna go off the mat and reset. Restarting here. Got a little bit of aggression on the feet. Now that points are live, we got to be careful about when you're pulling, when you can give up the takedowns. 2.5 minutes left in this match. A lot of hand fighting going on. Ryan Yamada with a shot. Jonah stuffing it. Back and forth action here. Both men electing to stay on the feet now that points are being scored. With the way that the guard passing has been, Ryan Yamada's ability to maintain that guard, he knows that a takedown could potentially cost him this match here. We have about 90 seconds remaining. Ryan Yamada with a blast double. Jonah going to take him over the top, back to the feet. Let's go. Getting head to head now. Just over 1 minute remaining in this match. And this next score could determine the winner. If no one scores, we will put a stop to the match, restart it on the feet, and then the next score wins. Ryan off a failed shot. Jonah capitalizing and taking him to the edge of the ring. Restarting back, 50 seconds left, 50 seconds left. Ryan immediately in on a shot, looking to maintain control, and he is going to keep it, get those takedown points on the board. It is 2-0 Ryan Yamada over Jonah Nassif. 50 seconds remaining. The score is still 2-0. And if Ryan wants to put this away, he needs to get that other hook in and secure those back points. Jonah here needs to get out and score some points himself. 15 seconds left, and he needs to do this quickly. 10 seconds, Ryan maintaining very good back control here. With just 2 seconds left, Ryan is going to finish this fight, winning 2-0. Ryan Yamada going to improve his record here, staying just behind Austin Daffron. We have one more match in the fourth round here, and it is going to be between Alex Weaver of Kearney Combat Sports and Fitness taking on Colby Heller of Iowa Martial Arts and Wellness.
Four more fights.
Ryan Shankly, 7-3, not 6. Ryan Shankly,
Should be. I don't know if there's like a, because this is like a round robin. So so I don't know if like there ends up being a tie or if they want to do a face off or something. I don't know. But right now, I don't think there will be. I'm alright. I'm on to it. You'll know much better, obviously.
Next up on mat number 5, first up representing Iowa Martial Arts Wellness, Colby Heller. And next up, following him to the stage, representing Kearney Combat Sports and Fitness, Alex Weaver.
All right, as I said, this is our final match for the 4th round of your men's 145 no-gi round robin. Alex Weaver taking on Colby Heller. Both of these men with some mixed results right now in this division. Trying to come out on top. Alex Weaver's going to pull guard here and get some nice elevation. We've seen him do this in the last couple of matches. Colby trying to avoid that guard and shift his hips over the top. Alex with a strong collar tie. Colby kind of playing at a distance here. Alex going to come underneath that leg, start to lift with that butterfly hook. Alex sitting back to guard. And Colby's going to step in with that leg staple, with that left leg. Falling back now, looking for a leg lock. Coming in on a heel. But he's not yet successful. A pretty good bite on those hips. Colby Heller attacking the heel one more time. Alex able to pull him off. Really running interference, using his arms here. But he's going to need to free that hip if he wants to get out of this position. Getting on top, Colby bumping him off, looking to isolate that heel one more time. And that's going to do it. Colby Heller, being persistent on those leg attacks, is going to get the finish in just about a minute and a half. Concluding our 4th round, we have one final round, ladies and gentlemen, for the men's 145 no-gi round robin, and that is going to start in just a few moments.
Next up, representing Hard Drive MMA, Jonah Nassif. And following him to the stage, Austin Duck Gypsy Daffron.
All right, here we go into our final round of the men's 145 no-gi round robin. Austin Daffron looking to remain undefeated here as he takes on Jonah Nassif of Hard Drive Jiu-Jitsu. Austin here has been a real terror on this division all day. Looking to spin through, trying to get into a leg entanglement. Jonah doing a very good job of staying on top. Austin here going to play in the seated guard. Jonah trying to put some pressure on his legs and find an angle to get through. Jonah tenaciously trying to cut an angle here, trying to make it to the back. Austin rolling through, looking for a headlock position of his own. Coming around to the side, running down that single leg. And Austin is going to get on the back. He has the arm under the chin, looking for the finish here. He's scissoring the legs.
He's out.
That's
He's
out. Austin Daffron sinking that choke for the win here. What a nasty choke by Austin Daffron. Coming in with this win over Jonah Nassif. Austin looking as dominant as ever, going all the way, taking the back, sinking in a deep choke, and putting Jonah Nassif out. With that, we're going to move on to our next match.
Yeah, well, at least we're moving the matches.
And taking the stage once again, representing Iowa Martial Arts and Wellness, Colby Heller. And following him to the stage, representing 10th Planet Omaha, Caitlin Hester.
All right, now for the penultimate match in regulation for our 145 men's no-gi round robin. We have Colby Heller taking on Caitlin Hester. Caitlin, once again, getting very low here to start the match. And Colby looking to oblige, really snapping down Caitlin, trying to spin to the back here. Trying to secure this position. We've seen both of these men attack kind of your traditional style jiu-jitsu as well as get into the leg entanglements. Here, Colby getting flattened out. Caitlin securing that headlock position and being able to flatten Colby out. Caitlin now stuck in lockdown, but with a good crossface and trying to pry those legs open. He does, but Colby is able to put him back into closed guard here. Coming up, looking to to hit that Kimura hip bump sweep, or maybe come back to the guillotine. We're kind of looking between the two here. Sinking back down, looking to pull that leg over the top, and trying that hip bump position on the opposite side. Kalen maintaining very good position here, very good posture. Colby able to break him down momentarily. Ooh, near armbar attempt here by Colby Heller. And Kalen coming up, putting a lot of pressure on the knee, looking to sink back in. Trying to isolate this leg in the 50-50, trying to get a good bite on that heel. Colby now engaged in the 50-50. And looks like we got a game of footsies going on. Opening up. Colby here looking for the outside Ashi. Trying to get a good bite on that heel. Needs to get his shoulder back in order to finish. Kalen here driving that shoulder forward and trying to get around the back. Almost a reverse Ashi position here. Colby wants to roll through, looking for that toe hold on the opposite foot. Kalen gonna use his hands here, wrap up that shoulder to try to prevent the finish. Colby starting to roll through, getting that foot near the butt. Kalen here using it to get to the back. Points are now live. 3 minutes left in this match. Kalen Hester nearing the back on Colby Heller. He's got that hook. Could we see another twister? He looks to put the hook in. He gets 3 points for taking the back, putting him up, and then immediately taking that hook back out. Kalen Hester coming up into kind of a neon belly here, trying to maintain top position. 2.5 minutes left in this match. Colby with a big bridge, getting on top. 2 points for the reversal for Colby Heller. Match is currently 3-2 in favor of Kalen Hester. Kalen getting the double underhooks body lock, really putting the squeeze on Colby Heller. Using it to sweep and get to top position. That's 2 more points for Kalen Hester. We're here in a half guard position. Kalen on top, putting some good pressure, flattening Colby Heller out. Kalen currently up 5-2 with about 1 minute and 40 seconds remaining. Kalen looking to advance the position here, keeping that heavy pressure. He's gonna scissor his legs here. And Colby trying to maintain that frame on the inside hip of Kalen, pushing off with a bridge. Kalen trying to advance, looking to come around to the back. He's got a bit of a choke in, almost like a head arm. And he's gonna use this to start to climb his way around the back here. He has the seatbelt. He's awarded 3 more points for taking the back. With 45 seconds left, the score is 8-2, Kalen Hester. Sinking in what could be a choke here. But Colby is being resilient, fighting those hands off, but he is gonna get the tap. Kalen Hester with the win with just 30 seconds remaining with a rear naked choke over Colby Heller. And with that, we're going to go to our final match of the division. We have Alex Weaver of Kearney Sports Combat Sports and Fitness taking on Ryan Yamada out of Nebraska, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
You shouldn't be on battery. Make sure that you're plugged in. Do troubleshoot this. You should not be relying on battery, dude. We got it. I'm alright. Good shit. You should not be relying on battery. Yeah, that's just...
All right, first up, representing Kearney Combat Sports and Fitness, Alex Weaver.
Cut to the back, Chris, on you. He's coming around.
Yamada.
And here we go, going into our final match of the men's 145 no-gi round robin. We have Alex Weaver taking on Ryan Yamada. Both of these men in the last few matches been seen playing guard. Alex with kind of a butterfly half guard, and Ryan really using his guard to get into leg attacks. We'll see which one of them is going to prefer, but as we start off the match, getting a little bit of wrestling. Alex jumping for a guillotine attempt. Ryan able to maintain posture, kind of working back toward the center. Alex taking guard, playing sit-up guard here. Ryan trying to pick his spot for entry here, playing with the hands, playing with the feet, trying to find a spot, and Alex comes back up to the feet to engage in a little more wrestling here. A good pull. He's got his outside hook over the top, but his inside hook is really being pushed down here by Ryan's hips. Ryan is going to want to remove that inside hook there, as he tries to do. He's trying to shuck the legs by, put some pressure on those legs and shuck them by just to be able to cause a pass here. Put a little bit of pressure down on the foot as well. Ryan engaging into the half guard here. Alex keeping that collar tie. And we're back. Ryan's back up on the feet. Really taking his time to try to dissect Alex's guard here. Going for the step around. And Alex here needs to be a little more active in some of the attacks that he's trying to set up. Ryan here running around, going for a body lock pass. Just under 4 minutes remaining in the match. No points can be awarded yet. Ryan here going into kind of a low mount. His legs wrapped just below the waist of Alex Weaver. Right here, maintaining some head and arm control, really trying to isolate those arms from one another. Alex pummeling his right arm near the waist of Ryan Yamada, trying to get some separation here. Ryan here back in the half guard. Alex Weaver getting a post while Ryan is trying to put pressure down with that with that crossface. We have just under 3 minutes remaining. Scoring is live. Ryan looking to initiate some guard passing here. Trying to get a little bit of distance in the hips between himself and Alex. Now putting the pressure down. Utilizing that far side underhook. He is going to get around the legs and is awarded 3 points for the guard pass, going right to the mount, getting 2 more points for the mount. Ryan Yamada is currently up 5-0 with just over 2 minutes left. Ryan here looking to take the back. One hook in, he's got the seatbelt. Putting in that second hook, can he maintain control? He is awarded the 3 points. Ryan Yamada currently up 8-0 over Alex Weaver. Just about 90 seconds remain. Ryan here really fishing with those hooks, trying to maintain that control over the hips of Alex Weaver. At the same time, using his arms behind the elbows to prevent Alex from making any meaningful grips on his arms, to allow him to try to work into a choke, as we're seeing here. Alex here playing smart, trying to use his hands to deny the choking space for Ryan. Just under 1 minute remaining. Alex committing both hands, trying to stave off that choke. Ryan Yamada is going to flatten him out. Oh, but they end up back on the back. Ryan looking to get that choke. That's it. He's going to finish. Ryan Yamada with the rear naked choke finish, up 8 points with just 27 seconds remaining of your last match here. Ryan Yamada out of Nebraska, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, gets the win. And with that, you really got to give it up to all the competitors here, not just in the 145-pound division, but across all the divisions that we've been showing here at Subspectrum. Everyone really pulling it out, trying to go for the win. We saw a lot of subs across all 4 divisions today. As we go to the back and determine who is going to be the victor of this 145-pound men's no-gi division.
All right, on mat 5, we have the presentation for the winner of our 145-pound men's roundtable. We have Austin Duck Jitsu Dafron and Kindred Jiu-Jitsu, $1,000 cash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
And it's no surprise here, Austin Dafron, Duck Jitsu, dominant throughout his performance in the men's 145-pound division, takes home that grand, $1,000 richer, thanks to his performance here today. I believe only one match going into overtime for him. Everything else, a submission. And here with his teammate from Kindred Jiu-Jitsu, Aisling O'Connell, both victors in their respective divisions. Taking home all the cash.
And the winner of our women's fastest submission, presented by Wild Heart Nutrition. $250 to Aisling O'Connell. Kindred Jiu-Jitsu walking away with a total of $2,250 cash.
And just when you thought they weren't taking home enough, Aisling O'Connell taking home an additional $250 for women's fastest submission of the day. Both of them putting in a lot of great work today, completely dominating their respective divisions. They're taking a lot of money back to the Northwest. That is some fat stacks. You could buy a lot of rash guards. You could buy a lot of finger tape between the two of them. Just waiting for Keith and Jordan, seeing what's going on. I'm ready. Can we get some color? I believe the only matter of business that we have left is to crown the winner of the men's fastest submission of the day. We're waiting to hear back from backstage on who was able to accomplish that between the men's gi division, the men's no-gi absolute, and the men's 145 no-gi division. Which of those competitors had the fastest submission of the day?